Oh, here we go. Apparently, all right, we are live. Oh my God, that was so simple. That was. Okay. I don't know if anyone's watching. I've got the viewer count thing down here telling me 0 at the moment. Come on, people. No, I'm kidding. All right. Welcome, everybody, to this completely random live stream, which was meant to happen yesterday, and it just didn't. And I thought, what the heck, I'll do it today. I'm here with the lovely Lilac from Lilac Anime Reviews.
Hello. Welcome. I volunteer as tribute. Yeah. I volunteer as tribute.
This is a first live stream ever. It is. So this is
at least this method. I'm not like a complete live stream virgin, but this method, yes.
Yeah, no, I think Google. I can't do it. I can't do it the other way. Like through just doing through OSB, which is the Open Broadcaster software thing. Like I can't do that because I'm not that smart. Not that smart. I'm not. So okay. Well, we're gonna do introductions. I guess. I'm going to get Lilac to start off because I don't want to sound like a self-centered person.
Your channel is your live stream, you know.
I know. I don't really like to think of it. It's like I know it's like on my channel, but like this is like an everyone live stream it is. So I'm going to get Lilac to introduce herself, of what she does, and yeah, take it away.
I was like, what the heck am I doing? Okay. I'm new to this. Bear with me.
Composing herself.
Yep, I'm Lilac, or my real name is being Stephanie. I do have a blog, Lilac Anime Reviews, where I do reviews, top 10s, oh god, seasonal work on occasion, bunch of other things. And I am also one of 3 main hosts for the Dub Talk podcast, where we tackle different English dub announcements or review dubs of series that were recently released on DVD and Blu-ray, and that's really been the main thing that's been going on right now, with maybe some vlogs, but work keeps me busy. It's very hard to do a lot of things. Not enough hours in the day. Never enough hours.
No, there's not enough hours in the day, which really sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Oh my god! I was suddenly looking at the chat. I'm like, there's people.
Yes, I know. I recognize some of them. We got Deadmeister. Hello, Deadmeister. And we've got Mr. Brago. Hello, Brago. And we have Blade Ninja. I'm so glad you guys could come to the live stream. I'm no good with time zones, so I didn't know if anybody would be able to come or not. So, but I'm really happy. Yay!
Well, if people are like me and they live in America, at least because I'm Eastern Standard Time, it's 8:30 for me.
Yeah, I'll have a better future reference. I have a better reference of what time to do live streams on that. Definitely. Oh, the Anime Blues is here. Hi, Gigi.
Oh my god.
I made sure I got the chat thing on the screen as well, so I can see what you guys are posting and that. So I'm not going from one screen to the next and that. And feel free to ask us questions while we're talking. Feel free to. Okay.
Always.
All right. I haven't even done my intro yet. Not that everyone knows what I do.
There's a chat.
Okay, well, my name is Lita. No one knows Lita Kenner. I'm really Sailor Jupiter. Before this live stream, I transformed into Sailor Jupiter and I was off saving the world somewhere. Or AKA, I'm known as Jess. I don't think anyone actually really knows my real name. I kind of keep it private. I run my own anime blog, which was inspired actually by Lilac. It's known as the Kino Anime Corner, and that's really taken off over the last year or so. And in addition to my blog, I thought I'd do YouTube, and I really only started doing that, oh god, a year and a bit ago. It's a really slow process right now because of my internet issues. As everyone knows, I tweet about freaking constantly. So I like working
I've bounced around internet situations for like years.
Yeah.
And I've been blogging for, God, how long has it been? Since 2010. So going on 6 years now. Holy shit. I just realized it's old. I've been doing this for a long
6 years. Go Lilac. Go Lilac.
Oh my god. Is it just? I'm seeing a question in the chat. Is it just gonna switch between Lita and Lilac, or just stay on Lilac? I have no clue.
Oh well, guys, tell us what it's doing. I mean, I don't even know if it's I don't even know if it's switching. Tell us, is it switching between us talking? Is it? Because I have no idea. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know. Somebody tell me if it's doing the right switching screen thing. But anyway, yeah, I do, like, I basically fangirl on my channel, and videos, I don't have a schedule, just randomness is really what you're going to get with me. So that's all I have to offer, really, if you go watch any of my videos. But yeah, that's my lame intro.
It's like, not much to say. I don't blame you. It's like, I don't think there's much to say on my end. I do things. That's really it. I do stuff. Not much else.
Oh well, you guys should definitely go check out you definitely guys should go check out like Lilac's in dub talks, because there's nothing like that out there on YouTube in the anime community doing anyone else doing that. They're really good. I've only watched one. I watched the Dance with Devils one you did with Gigi. That was freaking hilarious.
That was a show. I know Gigi and Jamps are in the chat right now. They were a part of it. They know that it was such a
yeah.
show that episode was. My God. And it's Hardy's fault too. Because originally it was supposed to be a girls' night. But Hardy was like, nope, I want to do this. I'm going to bring Sneeves and Jamstar in here. I'm like, well, damn it. I hate you. Yeah, that was one hell of a time, that's for sure. It's like, good Lord. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't even seen Dance with Devils, you know. I'm so like behind and all of like the seasonal shit.
I still need to finish the broadcast of Dance with Devils, actually. I'm like behind. I think I stopped on episode 5, maybe. That was because I was trying to finish up every other seasonal thing for the other blog I contribute for, Infinite Rainy Day. So, which I know there's a staff member from Rainy Day hiding in the chat. I saw you, Walt.
Oh, where are they? Where are they? Do they need a cream pie in their face? Do they?
Pixel Smackdown Walt, I saw you. I saw you. No, you're there. Oh my God.
It looks like we have some questions. Okay, the first one is from Blade Ninja. It's like, what anime you two liking so far in 2016?
In terms of new stuff, because I've barely started the winter season. I know Dimension W has been good so far. Erased is a good one, because I actually saw Deadmeister asking if we've seen Erased yet. I've seen the first 2 episodes of that, and that's really good so far. And oh my God, one of my favorite shoujos in a long freaking time, Snow White with the Red Hair. I finally started season 2.
Oh God, don't get me started on that series. It's the only. I'm sorry to say, everyone, it's like the only seasonal anime. I had to pick one to watch because that's what all my internet will allow me. So I chose Snow White with Red Hair. But I'm probably going to sneak in watching some other seasonal stuff because I hate all the hype everyone keeps making about Erased, Dimension W, all that. It's in my face, and I'm like, it's just telling me, just go fucking watch it, Lita. Seriously, just go fucking watch it.
Well, Dimension W, yeah, it's really good. Erase, I almost passed up on it, but I decided to give it a shot. And I was actually thoroughly surprised at what I'd seen so far.
Yeah, that series has surprised a lot of people. I'm thinking of watching the first episode actually today. I'm thinking, and I'm probably Gigi's meant to.
Oh my god, I forgot. Dude, how can I forget that? I turned into a terrible, trashy sports anime junkie. I'm like, damn it.
I really need to watch some more sports anime. That's probably another one I probably really want to check out as well. Prince of Stride. So I'm someone that I really, if I could, I probably would just want to watch every single one from the winter season just to even give like a first impression on all.
I have 12 winter shows right now, 4 of which I'm covering for Infinite Rainy Day. I'm like, Jesus. There's always the fun part of doing seasonal work is like watching a bunch of different shows and keeping up with them each time. The downside of seasonal work is watching a bunch of shows and trying to keep up with them each time.
So basically it's like the same thing, and it's like yeah,
and our next report's due next week, I think. And I think we switched to the Sunday now.
And you've totally finished it. You've totally finished it.
Oh, Deadmeister, if you're waiting for the dub of Snow White, oh my god. Oh my god, it's so good. Funimation finished putting it up. I don't know if you're from the US or not. They finished putting the rest of the dub for Snow White up last Friday. So all of season 1 is up there on Funimation's site. If you're not from the US, I don't know how you can access it. But it's so good.
No, I know I can't access it, but I did read through. Thank God for WordPress. Someone posted who the voice actors are for some of the characters. I've totally forgotten. I think it was Shiryuki. I was really surprised on who they casted, but I can't remember for the life of me.
I was surprised at who got Shiryuki because I didn't expect it, and then I listened to it. And I'm like, this reminds me of another role that she did. So
who was it?
I'm like.
Who was it? Because
it's Brina Palencia.
Yeah,
because Shiryuki and oh my lord, Josh Greeley is Prince Zen.
My heart. You look pleased, or you do? Do you look pleased? You do look pleased about it. I don't know if you look pleased or not.
Well, here's the thing. In the Diabolic Lovers episode of Dub Talk, I kind of revealed that I do have a slight legitimate crush on Josh Greeley. The reason why I'm so heartbroken is that I found out probably days after that episode went up is that he was engaged. I'm like, damn it!
Oh no!
He got engaged to his girlfriend.
Lilac, you missed a chance. You missed a chance.
So I'm totally heartbroken, and the fact that he's Zen. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And then I'm like, no, why can I not have this in my life? I kind of go on a little rant about it during the Dub Talk episode we just recorded, so I'm like, Jesus. Oh, but yeah, the dub for Snow White is, oh god, it's absolutely wonderful.
Oh, so please remind me. I can't even access it yet because because Australia is behind.
How far is it behind? Like, I know between like America and the UK and in Australia, it's like different in terms of releasing. I'm just not familiar. So.
Oh, we get it slower. We do. I'm actually quite happy with one of the characters, which is Zen's one of Zen's guards, Mitsuhide.
Mitsuhide?
Yeah, with Ian Sinclair. They're doing the English dub voice for him.
And then Gigi in the chat goes ballistic. And then Gigi in the chat goes ballistic because I know she loves Ian Sinclair.
Ian Sinclair. I know. I'm a fan of him as well. I think she went AWOL at me a while back because I didn't know who who I keep forgetting his name. She wants him to do the English dub voice for Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, that's J. Michael Tatum. I know that.
Yeah, she's like,
He's like,
how,
J. Michael Tatum, I will kickstart you myself. You come over to LA. And I remember that.
oh, she's put a comment here saying Australia is always behind, but you. Oh, what anime is that? Oh, that's like the sport. That sports. Oh, what's it called? Chihaya. Oh God, Chihaya Furui.
I haven't seen it. Oh, by the way, I also.
And she's like, "Oh, so I hate you." I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
I also hate Australia for one reason. You guys have Monster fully released on DVD over there.
Oh, we do. Oh, should I be the bringer of bad news on that particular note, actually? Because that's actually getting put out in a limited edition, I think in a couple of months.
God.
I kid not. I kid not.
I hate seen
so this might be like a really good opportunity. It will, because American distributors and Australian distributors, it's so different. But like for example, I'm jealous of all the limited editions you guys get in America, and that like I wish and I'm tempted to buy anything off Right Stuff. Like Right Stuff just looks so amazing. It does.
Right Stuff is dangerous place, especially during the holiday season. That is so dangerous.
I know. Mr. Oz is here. Hello, bro. And you're asking if it's DVD or Blu-ray limited edition. It is Blu-ray and DVD, both.
Makes it so much worse because I just got a DVD Blu-ray player and a TV for Christmas.
I'm just loving being horrible.
What happened with Monster, at least here on the North American side, Viz Media had the rights to it. They dubbed the entire series, and they put the first 15 episodes out on DVD. This was probably mid to late 2000s, but the DVD didn't sell very well. So they never released the rest of it on DVD.
Oh.
They did put it on Sci-Fi Channel and Chiller, though, at one point. And then they just let the license expire. That's all they did with it. But I don't know if it's possible they might pick it up again, because they have been re-releasing the manga in these perfect edition omnibus formats.
Yes,
I don't know if there's a possibility that they'll pick it up again. I mean, they already dubbed the entire damn thing, and it's a great dub at that too.
Yeah, I have heard glimpses of the dub and stuff, and I always see the lovely omnibus monster manga sitting in the anime shop that I go to.
Oh my God, hold on.
She wants to kill me, everybody.
I have 4 of these. I have 4 of these.
Oh yes.
They're hefty volumes too.
They're lovely. I love the omnibus ones. I wish years ago I knew about more of the omnibus releases for certain manga series I like. I only own one. I only own a couple, which is just Inuyasha. They are. I'm only collecting the Inuyasha Viz Media omnibus ones at the moment.
I've been slowly collecting more manga. I think I've basically filled up 2 shelves on one of my bookcases at this point. I had to move things around because my manga used to be on my other shelf where all my anime DVDs are. But then it started getting really full, especially after the holiday sale this past year. And then I got a crap ton of manga recently, and I'm like, I'm going to move things. So, and both my shelves are basically almost full. I'm like, I need to invest in possibly a 3rd one eventually. I may need to rent a car and go to IKEA because I don't own my own car, and that's where I got these shelves is IKEA. So I don't understand why people think IKEA furniture is hard to put together. It didn't take me too long to put these shelves together. They're both from IKEA.
Oh, we have a nice. I love IKEA. We have a nice IKEA. We have a nice, massive IKEA here in Australia, but it's amazing. I get lost every time I go in there. IKEA
is an experience. When I first moved down here and into my new apartment, this is back in October. My mom was like, why don't you go to IKEA? I heard great things about IKEA. It's like an experience. I'm like, okay. So I went to IKEA on my own, and good Lord, I was sending my mom pictures the entire time I was walking through. I'm like, Mom, what did you send me into? Good God. Because everything, if you've never been to an IKEA before, how they do it, they separate it. They have like these showrooms separated by different rooms in your house. So like a kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, living room, and all these different things. And then like towards the end, they'll also have this marketplace where they have like these small pieces here and there for like lighting or pictures and framing or dishware and stuff like that, different sections like that. And then at the end, any of the furniture pieces you saw in the showrooms on display, they have them basically in these like storage areas essentially where you can just take a cart, grab what you want, and then just go check out. So it's like this really big experience, like going through everything, and you're on the set path from beginning to end. And it was really weird. And then when my sister came to visit me, I think a month later around my birthday, I took her to IKEA because she was interesting. And she thought it was the craziest thing in the world. I'm like, my God. IKEA is basically an experience and a half. It's one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Swedish meatballs. Yes, Blade Ninja, Swedish meatballs.
I miss the one in England. If those of you don't know, I'm originally from England. I've only been here in Australia for about 10 years now. And I miss the one in England. It was in a place called Nottingham, if you've heard of Sherwood Forest or Robin Hood or whatever.
We're talking about good old Robin Hood. Some Robin Hood. Oh Lord, some Robin Hood.
I can't do an accent like that for the life of me. The IKEA there was like 4 warehouses big. So you imagine like a regular industrial warehouse, but there's like 4 of them. It was just enormous, and I loved going in. I only like going there because we got to go in the play area. So it was massive. It was like this IKEA was like 2 floors high, and it had a massive slide going down. It had a massive slide going down to then the first floor and into this basement as well. It was awesome. Those were my childhood days. They were.
That is awesome. I know that's in Stoughton, Massachusetts. That's the one I went to. They did have this little like daycare play area for kids, so you can just leave your kids there and they can take care of them while you're shopping around, and it's good. IKEA in general is just so massive. Oh my God. It's like I should go back sometime. I've told my mom several times, it's like, when you come to visit, I should take you to IKEA. And Mom's like, that's a terrible idea because I probably want to leave with the whole store. Yep, you probably would, and then my stepdad would not be happy because the account would be like negative.
Oh no, my mum and dad love it way too much as well. They do. Oh, I didn't realize Blaine just said Swedish meatballs. Oh.
Swedish meatballs. That I saw that and I was like, yep. IKEA, home of the Swedes. That is very, very correct. Very correct.
Well, feel free to still ask us questions, guys, if you have any. I went in this live stream completely blindly. Well, one topic we can talk about is how we both started YouTube. So, so I'll get Lilac to go first, and you can tell us all how you started YouTube.
It kind of also ties into how I started up my blog at the same time, really. Originally, because I started my blog when I was in college, working on my undergrad degree, freshman year, and I was originally inspired to just do reviews in general by, at that time, Yezu Otaku and then Arcada from Glass Reflection. And I was like, I kind of want to do this. So originally I started out as a blog, and then I think a year later, that's when I was like, I'm going to give like the whole YouTube thing a try. So I did occasional like videos from there. I think the first video review I did was for Cowboy Bebop, and it was with my boyfriend at the time. And we kind of tag teamed it, and good lord. I remember the intro for that one was the cheesiest thing that I've ever done. And it was on this really, like, a crappy Kodak digital camera, so the quality wasn't that great at the time. Because that was the only thing I had. So I just kind of went for it. And I had the crappy Kodak camera, and all I had editing software was freaking iMovie on my computer that I had at the time. And clearly I've gotten better stuff since then to do videos and stuff. But yeah, I kind of, when I started the blog, it was like basically every year I started adding something new to the table. So like when I first started, it was just anime reviews, like written ones. The next year I started jumping into YouTube, and I think I started some seasonal stuff around that same year. After that was, I think after that was definitely diving more into seasonal stuff and starting to do vlogs. And then after that was definitely the Lilac 10 series, the top 10 series, which is kind of halted for the time being. And then basically this past year, we have Dub Talk added into the mix. So like almost every single year since I've started blogging and doing videos, it's like I've added some sort of new content into the mix. And it's like, it's really fun to try and like expand and figure out and try new things in different projects. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, I know some of these guys in the chat thing. Quite a few of them have got their own channels, so you can be good inspiration for them for new for new content.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm well, I guess I'm not as bad of an influence as some other people I know. All things considered. Because Megan, who is another one of the main hosts for Dub Talk, she's a terrible influence on me.
It sounds like she is a terrible influence for you.
She's a terrible influence, but I love her anyway. And like, because it's funny because people think that we live together, me and Megan. We don't.
I've never thought you guys live together. I know that, like, I wasn't sure if you guys had like never met. I know that I asked you that.
No, never met in person. We've Skyped each other before, but we've only really gotten to know each other a lot more in the past like couple of years or so, actually. Because a majority of the people that I've met, Megan, Hardy, Noah, Katie, aka PKK Kari KT, quite a few people. We initially met through what's called the D2 forums. If you know of the phrase the Desu Des Brigade, good for you. But Desu Des Brigade, a long time ago, was a reviewer group, which included, like I said before, like Yaezu Otaku, Arcada from Glass Reflection, but also included Professor Otaku, Vixen, and Malki, I believe. And I had joined the forums that was a part of their site. I think it was a freshman in college around that time too, actually. Freshman or maybe a sophomore. And it was not long after that the group disbanded and they went their separate ways. But a lot of the people I met on the forums, like, I became really close friends with. So, and I still talk to them, obviously, and hang out with them to this day. I mean, good Lord, I spent New Year's Eve with Megan, Hardy, and Noah watching terrible, terrible anime. I was subjected to Apocalypse Zero of all things, Hardy.
Well, that's always that's always the way. I didn't spend my New Year's that amazingly. I was sitting home with my mother watching a movie because everyone else was like dispersed elsewhere.
Yeah. I was working until probably 2 or 3 o'clock on New Year's Eve. And then it was like, I'm not going to do anything. I have no plans. So me and a few other people were like, you want to watch some terrible anime? And we're like, okay. Have a couple drinks, sure. And then being the thing that Hardy decided to subject Megan and I to, because we've never seen it before. And Hardy, going through it, Hardy was like, don't worry, it gets worse. Keep watching, it gets worse. So I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, Hardy, I keep watching it. It never gets worse. It keeps getting funnier to me. And, like, people might use the excuse, oh, you've been drinking. You're probably drunk. I was sobering up at the end, and that shit was still hilarious to me.
Oh.
Like, Lord. But I think most of my drinking was done when we subjected Hardy to the Dramatical Murder OVA episode. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That's where the majority of the drinking happened. Because before we recorded that Dub Talk episode, me, Megan, and Noah, we watched the OVA in the English dub. I had not seen the OVA episode at all before this point. Neither have Noah. And we're just sitting there like, what the fuck did we just watch? Because basically,
when you have that kind of expression, the last time I had that expression was when I finally got the gumption to go watch Boku no Pico.
I have been avoiding Boku no Pico like the plague.
Oh, I know. So much. Gigi, she couldn't get through even like the first minute of it, I don't think. And I watched the whole thing, so I could vouchly say I'd watched it, and obviously that's the moment I had when was what the fuck moments like that. That's the moment I had one of those what the fuck moments.
With Dramatical Murder, if you're not familiar with it, it's based on this visual novel, like Otome dating sim kind of game. And basically what the OVA episode is, it consists of all the bad ending routes. Bad endings for all of the routes.
Yeah.
And it was the most sexualized episode of the whole thing. Because it is straight up yaoi. In the game, you do have sex like in these different routes. But they did not do any of that during the show. The OVA episode, though, whole mother of God. Like, all of the bad routes, all of them having to do with sex. Oh, God. And I'm now of the opinion that basically I can never listen to David Matranga the same way ever again. Because I don't know if I'll admit he went for it. Good on you. They all went for it. But David Matranga, because his character and the bad route that ended up happening, he basically gave essentially a blowjob to the main character. We didn't see it on screen, but we knew it was happening. We're like, holy shit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I can't look at Dave Matranga ever again the same way. Yes, I needed brain bleach after that one, Deadmeister. I really did.
Lilac from Lilac. Oh, Deadmeister says he feels like he needs to brain bleach his brain. Oh, I'm so sorry. He brought up horrible things for you. And Gigi corrected me. She watched the whole thing. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I can't I have a terrible memory, so screw me, really, shouldn't I? And again, I just came out totally wrong. Anyway, we will move on away from the Boku no Pico or anything.
But yes, Blade Ninja, David Matranga, he's a great voice actor. But yeah, I can't listen to him the same way again after like growling blowjob noises. Cannot look at him the same way again. I just can't.
Okay, we did get a question asked a while ago. It was, what is the first anime we've ever watched?
Oh God, is this before or after we realized what the hell anime was?
Probably, okay, like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, I mean, like, the, like, obvious ones, but for me, it wasn't the first one I'd ever seen properly. It wasn't. The first anime I ever saw was Angelic Layer. Okay. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of it. I don't know.
I haven't seen it. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's a really old series, and I'm someone that loves collecting and seeing really old series.
I have older things on my shelf. I mean, I have Irresponsible Captain Tyler and Rose of Versailles sitting on here. So I don't mind getting a mix of old and new things. But anyway.
It's nice. It's basically it's about these people who put on these headsets and they battle with these dolls. And obviously, I had one of those what the fuck moments while watching that. It's like, what is this? I was about to turn it off. I got into like maybe the first 3 episodes, and I thought, what the hell am I watching? And and after that, it's a favorite. It's been a favorite all this time. I watched it like over 8 times. Like I watch it when I'm sad because it makes me feel better. So
Nice.
it's just a really silly anime to watch. It is, and I know quite a few of the people that are a fan of this show as well. So that was the first anime I ever watched. What is Lilac's first anime he ever watched?
I have probably 2 answers. If you were to ask me what the very, very first anime I probably watched, the answer would be very easy, and that's Pokemon. Pokemon. Yeah, I'm a part of that generation. But that was before I realized what anime
was. Sorry,
like
every time I watch Pokemon, I gotta sing it.
Why wouldn't you? But what made me figure out and what got me interested in anime really and I mentioned this when I actually reviewed the show. The first thing I ever saw was the last few minutes of an episode of Wolf's Rain, when it was on Adult Swim many, many years ago. And then Inuyasha came immediately after that. But really it was Wolf's Rain that kind of got my interest a little bit more. And I was like, what is this Adult Swim block thing that has all these mature cartoons? And then I started watching it every other Saturday when I was at my dad's house and staying up late. And not getting caught for being up late. But so at that time I had seen some of Wolf's Rain. I had seen Inuyasha. Inuyasha I was very much into at that time. Probably
I loved Inuyasha.
years old. And then also I saw a little bit of the original Fullmetal Alchemist on Adult Swim, and a few other things. And then one of my rather interesting fond memories would be Paranoia Agent on Adult Swim. And it's one of the more interesting fond ones because at that time, I was terrified of that show. I did not like Little Slugger. And every time, like, I could hear the music and I know that Little Slugger's coming, change the channel for like 5 minutes to make sure I'm safe. And then I'll switch back. And then it's like, because I rewatched that show years later in college at our anime club, and I was like, I love this show. Why was I terrified of
an anime club? I wish such thing existed for me during my childhood. I wish, but no. Yeah, Wolf's Rain and like Paranoid Agent, they're like other ones I have obviously yet to see, but I you know, you've talked about it in some other videos you've done, and you were the reason I got piqued my interest into those particular animes.
Oh god, Paranoid Agent and Wolf's Rain are, at least for here in America, are very, very difficult to find though. Paranoid Agent could be under Geneon Entertainment before they went under, and this was back in 2007, 2008, and hasn't been picked up since then. It also does not help that the director Satoshi Kon passed away in 2010. That didn't help much. So at this point, no idea what's going on licensing-wise with that show. And then Wolf's Rain, here in America, used to be under Bondi Entertainment, then they closed a couple years ago. And that license has been in the air. It's one of the few titles that no other licensing company has decided to rescue yet.
Does what's another one I read an article recently about Funimation is not licensing anymore. They don't have the license for Darker Than Black and
Baccano is the big one.
Yeah, Baccano. Yeah,
they're letting the licenses expire for those because those two were also produced by Aniplex in Japan. And since we have Aniplex of America in North America now, Aniplex in Japan is basically like, nope, you can't have them anymore. We're gonna give them to Aniplex of America now that we can actually we have our own company in America.
But many people aren't happy with the idea of it being transferred over to Aniplex America. Definitely not.
The main problem with Aniplex that everyone has is just the pricing of their box sets, really.
I've seen, and it's so much worse than when like a simple limited edition is brought out here in Australia. I looked at your Aniplex prices, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's nasty.
Premium Blu-ray for like a premium Blu-ray set, or let's say we'll take Kill la Kill. We'll take set number 1 of Kill la Kill, which probably has 6 or 7 episodes on that one set. Some extras in there too. It's probably like between 50 to 80 max if you're talking complete retail and not on sale. Just for that one set for like 6 episodes. And
God.
some of there are others that are fairly reasonable, because I know like Silver Spoon, like they have 2 different sets for each season, and those I think those are maybe 40 to 50 each, which is not too bad because those are like 12 episodes each, and that's at least a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah,
but Uniplex
it can get costly. It can get costly here. Like the other week,
yeah, SAO, and you just brought this up too. SAO, like 6-7 episodes for like $80, $80-$90.
Yeah, I watched an unboxing of someone who got that box set in particular. I think the first one. I just couldn't believe. I'm like, there's only what 1 to 4, 1 to 6 episodes. I was just like, my God, it was.
I think Madoka got the worst of it. I think Madoka was one of the ones that got the worst of it, because that's a 12-episode series, and I think they split it into like 3 sets.
I'll tell you that if Mad Men here, which is known as the Australian distributor here, if they ever friggin' start doing that, I'd be sending them a long ass email, grieving my anger. Seriously, start doing that.
What sucks with Aniplex is that we may not be seeing them release like Bakano or Darker Than Black anytime soon. Like once they receive the license, they have. There's some of the shows that they've licensed, they haven't even done anything with them yet. Like one in particular was Samurai Flamenco, which aired in Japan 3-4 years ago now. They haven't released it on DVD or anything yet. I'm like, what? And to be fair, Samurai Flamenco is not the greatest thing in the world. It kind of gets a little weird, but still, it's like they haven't done anything with the license here in America yet. It's really, really dumb.
No, I mean like standard, like for example, standard Blu-ray here, like if you buy one here in Australia, it's about the whole collection. I got a whole collection not too long ago. It was like $56. That's just like normal here, but you know, that's why we all love our sales and how our wallets seemingly end up being empty.
My wallet always cries when there's always a big sale going on. It hates me. It never wants to talk to me for like a few months, and then once we get on good terms again, I start to again. And then my wallet's just like, why am I going through this shit again? But this is kind of like why I'm particularly fond of Funimation Entertainment, because they get a lot of shows that I like, and they also
I love it, even though I'm not your country. I love it.
Like they release the prices. It's really nice, and like they even have like their 2 like bigger labels. They have the Anime Classics and the Save label, which I hate how the shows are distinguished between like which one goes where, but I digress. But with some of them, those 2, like they can be at least moderately more affordable compared to like the original releases. So, but because there have been some where it's like Princess Jellyfish, for instance. Princess Jellyfish, I was trying to get the original set before they went out of print, and it was like between $30 $35. But when it went out of print, and I got the Save edition, which only cost me on a sale $15 to $17.
Your Save editions are relatively the cheaper end, like in America and stuff, because Anime Palooza sent me a Save edition of Shiki and like Blu-ray combo pack. I'm proud to own it, and I looked up how much it is like on eBay and whatever, and it's kind of around that 17 to 20.
Yeah, the Save. Yeah, I mean the Save editions you can get decent anime at a good price. My only problem with the Save and Anime Classic labels is like you're putting really good shows under a label that's generic, that's kind of like stereotypically seen as, oh, these are the cheap shows. Maybe they didn't sell very well. They're probably terrible, right? And then you have like some that are on the Anime Classics label. Like, oh my god, I've never seen it, but I've heard infamous stories. Master of Martial Arts. That one is considered an anime classic. It's on the Anime Classics label.
I know, I've seen that everywhere, and I'm just like, I'm tempted to buy it, just to, you know,
I never
see what it's like. I'm like, no, I really shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
I want nothing to do with Master of Martial Arts. I've seen.
Oh well, it is terrible. Do not buy it.
Yep,
See,
that's another
because I'm so used to watching terrible anime and good anime. You know, I feel like if you don't watch bad anime, you can't compare. You can't compare between series and that. It's
like, I don't actively seek out terrible anime.
Yeah,
but
I'm saying
if I have a morbid curiosity of certain things, though, then I'll do it. But then there are the shows like Master Martial Arts or Boku no Pico where I've heard plenty of things to make me go, not a shot in hell. Never seen that. Oh, okay. No. Walt, no. We're not watching Masters of Martial Arts for Heavy Storms podcast. No.
Hey, let's marathon it right now.
I will that episode now. I'm not watching Master of Martial Arts. I just saw Walt say that. I'm like, no.
Not even if you offered Lilac, not even if you sent her a mystery package full of different anime, she still wouldn't watch it.
I would burn it. I would set fire on the balcony of my apartment and burn it. I'm like, never.
Oh. Well, looks like we got asked another question from Oz. I did notice Oz. I was just waiting for the right time to answer your question. It is, if you could turn a series into a live action movie, what would it be? Unlimited budget. Oh.
Unlimited budget.
I'll let you go first for this one, Lilac.
That's a tough one because some of the good ones that I know of, they already have live action films and TV shows. Like Princess Jellyfish has like a live action film that came out. So I can't say Princess Jellyfish. It's like, damn it. And on a limited budget too. That's really difficult. Because Shiki would be a good one, but that limited budget kind of has an issue. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at my shelf. Ping Pong the Animation would be an interesting one.
I thought it might be one of those that you mentioned in your last whole videos. I think it was your right. Was it your right stuff one?
The right stuff one, yep.
Ping Pong the Animation definitely looks it looks interesting. I like unique.
It's actually pretty good. I think I mentioned this when I talked about it. I was surprised I had not seen that show before I actually did. Because I deliberately watched it, because the dub for it came out on DVD last year, and I deliberately watched it for the W Awards, just to get a handle on like some shows and their dubs, so I can have more options to give my own awards to. And I was really surprised by that show, even though the animation stuff for that one is interesting. But still,
there's a live action for the ping pong apparently.
I think does it really?
I don't know.
I gotta look this up now. I haven't heard this is the problem trying to come up with live action ones. Like, what actually has one already and what does not?
I don't. Oh well, I'm gonna take Chris's word for it. And yes, Chris, I did send out your package. From my giveaway because I'm terrible and you shouldn't have waited that long. And again, I am sorry. I did send it out. I did send it about nearly 2 weeks ago now. I did. So it is on its way to you. I made sure, and I've had a tracking, and I got a tracking number as well for it. So I will definitely check where it is currently. but I did send it out. I did want to say this during the live stream, but yeah, is there a ping pong live action?
Yeah, there
I
is.
could look up in front of me right now, but I'm
looking on my phone right now. There's a 5-volume manga that came out in the late 90s, and a live action film that came out in 2002. The anime
so there is
2014.
one.
Damn it!
Well,
So-
now you know you gotta go watch it now.
I'm gonna watch a lot of things. Like, majority of them are on my shelf behind me. It's like,
what about if there was a live action of Monster? Would you want that?
Oh
If it was in like a 3-part series movie, say if there was like 3 movies of it, because
I don't know if you could put that much in like 3 different movies, because there's a lot that happens in that show.
The books, they did.
That would be interesting, because I know there was a rumor for like the longest time that I want to say it's Guillermo del Toro was trying to get a live action monster series going for HBO. But this was a few years ago, and I think the main issue that was kind of holding them back a little bit was Naoki Urasawa, the original manga author, was I guess having issues with trying to like let them do it. I haven't heard anything like recently about it, so but yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But again, I don't know if they can fit all that material in 3 films though.
Oh well,
they cut out a lot, and I mean like the anime series is 74 episodes, and they kept everything pretty much. So there's so much in that. There's so much in that series, and the manga basically, as far as I know, has been following the series. Like it follows it faithfully. So the anime basically like copy pasted it. Basically, that's what it did.
Well, this is like one of those. At least it's one of those manga. You know, at least Monster I know is one of few that actually stick to the original manga, because there's not many animes out there that actually stick to the original manga. But I don't think that should make it. Well, it's not coming out. What I'm trying to say, I really don't think to define that really if it doesn't completely.
I mean, doing completely faithful adaptations, and I think I even talked about this when I reviewed the show. It's a double-edged sword. Like if you completely and faithfully follow something, you're gonna make sure every piece of the story is there. You're not leaving any details out. But at the same time, there's also isn't really any wiggle room for like an anime series to really become its own thing. Like rather than just sticking faithfully to the manga, they don't have a chance to really be creative and try something different with it. Like with like one of the more infamous cases, even though at the time the manga wasn't finished when it originally came out, Fullmetal Alchemist, the 2003 version. Because
yep, I'm watching that right now.
The manga was not complete when that one came out, and Studio Bones and the production team there, they basically like, from what I know of, they talked to the original manga author, and they came up with their own version of how to end the story after like a certain point in time. And then Brotherhood, I haven't seen Brotherhood though. That basically followed the manga 100%. But yeah, it's like there are some cases where it's like you can have some room to be creative, and you don't have to 100% faithfully follow work. Like it depends. It's a case by case situation, really.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, like it's people forget, it's down to really the creators. We can critique and we can disagree completely, and really, it's all really down to them, really. And that's why it makes it fun to have these kind of discussions and debates. Otherwise, if it was all perfect, we would have nothing to critique. We wouldn't. That's just how I think. And someone said Blade Ninja said a live action movie for Evangelion. Oh, that would be.
There's this thing called Pacific Rim. I think we're already good.
Yeah, that's true.
Pacific Rim or Evangelion though, so I wouldn't know. Oh god, I saw Bryn's fandoms. Yes, the FMA Brotherhood and FMA debate. That classic Shitstorm. Oh god.
Oh yeah, I can't really make that debate because I'm only like just starting on Full Metal Alchemist at the moment, which I'll be continuing watching actually tonight. So like, but me and my partner are watching that at the moment. So I was like happy I finally tweeted. I'm like, Lilac, I'm finally watching it.
Yeah.
That's only because my friend let me borrow it. So I can't wait to see the rest of the series, and maybe I'll do a video talking about it. Maybe we'll see. But
I still watch Brother. Oh, I saw. Okay, well, I think it depends more on the cinematography, sound, and level of animation to stand itself out from the original work. One Punch Man is a recent example that I feel did that. That can also be very true. Again, it kind of ties into the how you can be creative with it, in a sense. Like, you can be creative in many different ways, whether it is like all of the technicals or the story or what direction. You can have a lot of creativity if you want to. And at the same time, like, it can sometimes be rather, what's the word I'm looking for? Not cringeworthy, but
looking for a word.
It's constraining. It can be also constraining if you're just sticking to it 100% and like the ideal and the typical idea that you're going with. Because like, going back to Monster again, and from what I can tell from the manga, the anime series is basically like 100% faithful panel to panel from the original manga. So the only real creativity you have there is like some parts of the cinematography and probably the soundtrack. That's it. There's not much creativity that they probably had a chance to work with for that anime series.
No.
But it's still good though. Oh, I love Monsters One. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Favorite. Oh, now what? I've been thinking about this just as you've been talking for a while. Like, what live action would I like? What anime would I like to see live action? I
gave up. There's no way I can take this off. I gave up.
By the way, my laugh is horrible. I'm so sorry, people. And hello, Rose. Simply Rose. I know you can't. It says, I know you can't watch it. Yeah, you can't watch at the moment. That's fine. And congrats on getting to 1,000 subscribers. I just wanted to say that officially. After
1,000 subscribers. Yay!
She did. She took off like a rocket. I couldn't believe it. I was one of those that was from there at the beginning. I was. And she just, I think it's because also she does a lot of episode reviews. That's probably one of the other reasons why it skyrocketed so fast. But it's also because of her personality, because she's so, just, you know, there's that genuineness, and also there's that, you know, humbleness with her. So congrats. She definitely deserved 1,000 subscribers. Definitely.
I don't know.
Well, you should check out her channel, though. I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here thinking, Lilac knows who Simply Rose is. Wait. I know there's like that many people. Well, no. Now you know. I may have liked it to be a live action. I would actually like
a great idea in the chat. A live action Trigun film.
Oh, Trigun. Oh, that's one of my favorite.
I gotta see if it's been done. I don't think it has, but
are you looking up if there's actually a Trigun live action?
If there's not, then I'm gonna be like, get on that, Japan.
I'm gonna be all lame and wish there was a. I've always wanted a live action of actually Princess Tutu.
Ooh,
actually,
yeah, amazing.
I have. That's one of my favorite anime series of all time. I think it's so I don't know. I used to think, like, when I first started watching, I thought, oh my god, it's gonna be all about friggin' dancing in a field of daisies. ballet dancing, all that, and it's so much more, and it also has a really dark aspect halfway through the anime it goes into, and it'd be interesting for, you know, like there's the narrator Drosselmeyer who created the story of pretty much the crow and the crow. I think it's the crow and the prince, and having someone narrate the story as it goes along, and then I think it'd just be really, really cool. I think so.
All of the technical stuff and the choreography that probably involved it. Oh my god, that'd be so beautiful. Because if you talk Princess Tutu to someone who does not know what the hell Princess Tutu is, it's like that sounds like a girly magical girl show, which is true.
It is, yeah, true, but
it gets dark and mature, and it can be for both kids and adults. It's one of those few series that can play to both demographics. It's really good though.
I recently did, a while back, I did a kind of a write-up about Princess Tutu, and someone commented on there saying, oh, this doesn't look all that much, but you kind of convinced me to go and watch it. And then they came back and commented and saying, oh my god, this is the shit. Like, I love this, the whole aspect, you know, the dark aspect, you know, it kind of just shows sometimes of how people can be like a little judgmental.
Yeah.
A little bit.
One of the phrases that came out of the Desu Brigade regarding Princess Tutu, and we still tend to use it a lot to this day, particularly Hardy does. Real men watch Princess Tutu. Real men
watch Princess. Oh, that's brilliant. Real men watch Princess Tutu. So all the males that are in the chat right now, you'll become a real man if you watch Princess Tutu.
It really is a good show, to be completely honest.
Particularly, I'm aiming this towards Oz, because I know he's a man that will go and do it. He's all about the doing. He is. Oh, that's right. A while ago. Oh, Bryn Fandoms. Hi, Bryn. I want to say hello before. You always get too caught up in everything.
I see Meister in the chat. He's like, damn straight, I'm a real man now.
Oh, yes. No.
Oh, yes.
Dead Meister Nick. Yes, I know. Yes, you're definitely a real man. Definitely. Okay, well, I have a question for Lilac. It is, what anime are you currently watching now, but it's not seasonal?
Okay, it's not seasonal. Okay, I'm about to say, do I want to be on my seasonal? What am I watching now that's not seasonal? Well, technically I'm finishing up the broadcast stubs for Attack on Titan Junior High, Seraph of the End, Noragami, and I'm behind on Dance with Devils. Technically, those are getting finished up, because the dub of Noragami actually comes out next week. But
well, I've only seen Noragami. Shame on me. Shame on me.
Such a good show. I love it. I'm like, there better be a season 3.
I know. I got hooked in it pretty much it was probably by the second episode. It's a series. I was waiting actually for the Australian release of it, so I could actually just go by and binge watch it.
So into it from day one. It got me from day one. I'm like, this show is balls to walls insane, and also is so well done. I love it. But other shows that are not seasonal.
It's gotta be one.
There's gotta be something. I rewatched season 1 of Snow White with the Red Hair for the Dub Talk episode. I finished rewatching that last week, the broadcast of that. And I had started watching The Irresponsible Captain Tyler when I had an impromptu day off after the sidewalk was evil and I scraped my
Oh, what's that one about? It is
Captain Tyler.
Anime to watch, I think.
Captain Tyler. It came out. It's a mid to late 90s show. It's about young.
Says my name.
Young guy Tyler, who joins the army basically just to live the easy life. And out of some stupid coincidences, he becomes the captain of the ship. And that's basically as far as I've gotten. And I've only seen 4, maybe 5 episodes, and it's like a 24, 26 episode series. And the person who voices Tyler, it's Crispin Freeman. And this is back when Crispin Freeman was first starting to do anime dubs. So this is like a good while ago. And then I was considering this weekend maybe going through, because I finally got in the mail from Megan, of considering finishing the dub of Terran Resonance, because I've only seen the first, how many episodes did they put on Funimation? 2 or 3?
Oh, yeah, that's on my list. That's actually you got it really. Yeah, that's actually getting released actually next month here in Australia. So I highly am going to get that for certain.
It came out here in the US, I think, a couple weeks ago. So
yeah, you get
one that I've been wanting. It's really good. Like Shinichiro Watanabe. It's one of the more underrated ones, I think, though, of his work, because people they love Cowboy Bebop, they love Samurai Champloo, they love Space Dandy, but Terran Resonance is probably one of the more underrated ones that people don't seem to talk about all that much. I mean, with that one, it didn't help that it came out the same year as Space Dandy in Japan. But still, I love it. It's a really good show. Very good story. Like, oh my god. Lilac, did you start Paradise Kiss yet? I have not started reading Paradise Kiss yet, and nor do I own the anime, Gigi. Because the anime...
Well, I own the anime. It's very good, and I probably when I watched your Bull Moose manga hauls, I really felt enticed to go and get the manga now. I know the manga. I really want to read it. But
I heard good things about the anime series, and Paradise Kiss. That's another Geneon one that kind of hasn't been rescued yet since Geneon went under. But I saw the first 2 volumes. I saw all 3 technically, Anime Boston a couple of years ago. But I bought the first 2. And then I recently got the last one from my Bull Moose haul, and I need to read it. I need to read a lot of things.
I think we're all saying need to read, need to watch a whole lot of things. You know, pretty much everyone in the chat.
I'm trying to get through Tokyo Ghoul, the ones of Tokyo Ghoul that I have right now.
But I have to admit, Tokyo Ghoul mangas are really pretty. Just to look at, but again, I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't. I'm shameful to make a list of lots of popular anime that everyone's seen that I haven't.
Okay. Just don't tell Megan you haven't seen Tokyo Ghoul. She loves that series.
Yes, Megan, I've never seen it.
Tokyo Ghoul is good. It really is. Despite some of the things that the anime series did compared to the manga, despite some of those things that people in the fandom they're not huge fans of.
I think for me, it's always the massive hypes that just obviously when an anime gets overhyped, like Attack on Titan. I only watched the first half of it last month. That's how long it took me, and I'm waiting for the second. I finally got a good bargain and got the second collection that's coming in the mail at the moment, so I can actually watch the second half. I'm always in no rush to watch things because I know that they'll still be there. Obviously, if they go out of print, I'm fucked. But yeah,
the one might have a problem. But yeah,
Golden Boy. I've seen that. That is friggin' hilarious.
I have not seen Golden Boy. I've
only 6 episodes, but it's such a good comedy. Oh my god, the main male protagonist. I can't remember his name because I watched it so long ago. He is so his fascination with the world is so funny. He'll be all really serious one second and then he'll go all funny, stupid the next. And the sheer comedy in it. It's blown out of proportion. And he always
has different things about it.
Yeah,
I don't.
He always.
I'd be interested.
He always has this habit of writing crucial moments, writing in his little notepad, and you'll hear him like whispering and stuff. And oh my god, it's so funny. Oh god.
But
I know.
kind of going back to like shows that are I tend to have a fear of things like being turned out bad if they were overly hyped. But there are some shows that do deserve the hype that it gets. Like one of the more recent ones, One Punch Man. One Punch Man, it deserves all the hype. It's my bigger issue though is when certain anime are referred to as the savior of anime. That's my
I and probably gonna end up going into an in-depth more topic, but of like animes that have said like saying Attack on Titan is the best anime of all time, like that comes down to personal opinion. It does. Like yes, I'm impressed with Attack on Titan. Like, you know, it is yes a good show, but to me I wouldn't say it's going to be the best of all time. I wouldn't say. And I really don't care if I'm going to get hate for any of the things I'm going to say.
No, like, I like Attack on Titan too, but it's not the greatest thing out there.
No. And you know, this is where, you know, the anime community can just go a bit on the AWOL side of things and get into all these, obviously, these silly internet debates, which I just avoid all the time. Like, I'll have a civil conversation with someone saying if they, like, I think a couple of weeks ago I had a conversation with someone talking about it was actually Princess Tutu, and they said, oh, I didn't like it, it was just lame. And I'm like, oh, okay, did you? And but then they said, oh, I actually did like the darker aspect of the series, you know, like it's that was kind of to me a civil conversation with someone. But you know, everyone is different.
I have to agree with Blade Ninja. No anime is the savior of anime, because when did anime ever need saving?
Great.
When did anime ever need saving? It just changes as time goes on. That's really it. There's nothing. I'm like, that's the thing I hate about when people say like Kill la Kill or One Punch Man. It's the savior of anime. It's like.
No,
saving to begin with. Like really?
I'm hoping that. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I mean, eventually, like, I want to see Kill la Kill and One Punch Man. I'd probably watch it just for the comedy and the silliness of them. And
they do deserve the hype that they got.
Yeah, they do. Like, I agree.
Use them as the savior of anime, though. No.
Like, I guess I can understand if, I guess I can say, I mean, like personally for me, I wouldn't say, like, I have seen Cowboy Bebop and I have seen like the movie, and I did kind of enjoy it. I didn't hate it, but it's, to me, like, it's constantly said over in so many videos I've seen recently that it's like the best anime. That's one of the animes that said the best anime of all time. It is like, yes, it is a classic. It is always going to be a classic. But at the end of the day, when you say your anime is the best anime of all time, that's just your favorite. That's your
really
opinion. So,
like, and with Cowboy Bebop in particular, it's a good show. I
agree. It is a good show. It is.
And for what it is and for the time period that it came out, it was a game changer in the anime world. Like, because you had these really weird hand-drawn anime series. Because, I mean, you had, like, around that same time, there was Trigun. Master Keaton had come out in the same year as Bebop. And then there are other shows like Slayers and Irresponsible Captain Tyler. And then, like, you compare the animation and art style with, like, some of those series, like Bebop, and a lot of the technical stuff. Bebop was definitely a game changer in that regard. And it kind of helped elevate things. And then when the dub happened, that, like, took voice acting to another level for animes and the dubs. So it kind of broke a lot of new ground when it came out. And it's definitely one of those classic series that anyone can probably get into. Whether or not the best thing in the world.
Yeah. No, I agree. And people, I think, are saying in the comments, I think Bryn said one that's why I'm always, she says, that's why I'm always hesitant. Oh God, I've lost it. People, stop commenting for a few seconds. But like, that's why I'm always hesitant about top 10. It's all about personal preference. Well, I'm not afraid to make them. I know a lot of people aren't afraid to make them. I've never been critiqued on who, like, I made a while back my top 10 favorite females. I've never been critiqued on that. Those are mine. I'm not gonna care if someone's gonna give my video a dislike because I don't know. I'm trying to think of a popular character. Sailor Moon wasn't number one.
Like, oh my God! What is? It's like you do not have this person on your list. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna unsub you now. You're like, oh God.
It's called my list for a reason.
No, just, someone can get easily offended, like, oh, I'm just gonna unsub you now. I mean, like, oh, I'm gonna unsub you back.
I'm gonna comment. You just have this person or this one in there. It's like, what is wrong with you? It's like nothing.
Be like,
you got a problem with it? Okay. Gigi, dislike, yes. That's not right. That's not right.
Oh, Dead Mice is like, shun the believer. Oh, non-believers. Oh, dear.
You have someone from Brazil. Hello.
Number one. Yeah, look, Sailor Moon will always be number one to a lot of people. It is one of those for me. Don't worry, Gigi. I know how much you love Sailor Moon. Definitely. I actually found out something really recent lately about Sailor Moon. I actually only read it last night about a Sailor Moon exhibit that is coming to Tokyo in April. It's from April 16th to April 24th, and I have a friend who's going to Japan around that time, and she kind of sent me this fangirl video. It's of her screaming for like 50 seconds because I sent her that news. She was so happy.
My only question is, like, why didn't Japan do this sooner? You would think they would have done something like this already by now, but it's probably because of the whole Sailor Moon anniversary and with Crystal that came out, and that's probably why they're doing it now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have with the Sailor Moon Crystal series, like, I was really excited about it, and I have seen all the way through it, and I've seen the new artwork going around for the third arc. I have to admit, it looks really pretty. But yeah, Sailor Moon of the.
Admittedly, I haven't finished Sailor Moon. Neither the original Sailor Moon nor Crystal.
Nothing to be. Look, seriously, nothing to be ashamed of. I didn't fully finish watching Sailor Moon until like 3 years ago officially, because obviously, like everyone else, you only see bits and bobs of it back, way back in the 90s on the TV.
I never even saw Sailor Moon on TV. I don't think it ever showed up on TV. It was weird. Like I'd only had attempted to try and watch it though a couple of years ago. This was close to around when Sailor Moon Crystal was starting up in Japan, and this was around when Viz Media picked it up in the US to redub it. And I started watching some of it. I managed to get through the first season. And I started Sailor Moon. What's the second season? That's not R. Yeah, it is R, isn't it? It's R, S, and then Super S or something?
Yeah, so yeah, it is. Yeah, it is R, and then I'm pretty sure it is S, because it wouldn't make sense if it was like the other way round.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I've only seen it, so because I never knew there was.
And I got halfway through Crystal, I think, when I stopped. But yeah.
Because I never got through. I actually never got through I only got through R. I never got through S, and I still haven't seen the Sailor Stars one as well. But Because I always saw the Sailor Star, these Sailor Star scouts, and I'm like, who the fuck are these? Like, what do they have to do with Sailor Moon? But now I'm like, oh, I know they obviously play a huge role, and I am kind of a fan of them, even though for the life of me, I can't remember their names. Oh dear, Jam Star's like, Lilac, you need to get on that. I'll watch Sailor Moon with you. That's a good offer. I wouldn't pass that up.
You know, I love you, Jamal, but there's too much Sailor Moon, and I have too much other shit to do.
Good answer.
Deadmeister asked if we like the Viz dub. I think I've only seen.
This is my answer.
I think I've only seen a couple episodes of in the beginning. This was like a few years ago, and this is. Well, I don't think it's bad, but this is me coming from like I had not seen Sailor Moon before this at all. So
I'm sorry. I just can't watch. Like Madman here, they released the new Sailor Moon with the new English Viz Media dub here in Australia like last month, and I just couldn't bring myself to go buy it. As much as I want it a part of my collection, it's just like I can't bring myself because we're also used to Meatball Head, and then they change it to Bunhead. I'm like, no. That was it for me. I didn't even want to hear the rest of it. I was just like, no.
At least in like the Viz Media dub, they at least tried to stick more with the original Japanese dub.
I know they did, and all.
I know in the Japanese, Usagi was referred to as a bunhead as well, rather than a meatball.
I know they're trying to keep it to the Japanese one. I know, and I like the Japanese one as well. But what really got me off track of it was like when I heard Mars and Mercury with Amy and Ray's voices for the English dub, they sound the same. Like Usagi, Ray, and Amy, they all sound the same to me. It's like all the same person is doing all their voices. They don't sound individual as like from the old.
Not the same person, but. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I think the old dub obviously is always going to be with me, but I may change my mind on getting the Sailor Moon because I'm a collector.
I would imagine part of the reason too would be like nostalgia factor as well, probably for you.
It is, yeah. I guess I don't blame if it's my nostalgia talking right now, but it's just not. It's probably something I'll be open to later in the year.
Like, I don't want to do it right now. I don't want it right now.
Oh, thank you, Gigi. She's like, Lila, this is why I love you. That's all right. We'll be nostalgia Sailor Moon fans for life. We will.
I'll just sit in the corner. I'll sit in the corner with my monster and my paranoid agent and all of the deep shit that nobody will ever understand why I love.
I think mainly I don't like it because they wrecked Sailor Jupiter's English dub voice. Don't like it. Sailor Jupiter, everyone knows how much I love Sailor Jupiter. Heck, that's why she's fucking named to my channel. Oh God. I always thought about changing or starting a new channel, and I'm like, we'll just run with this. And now
if it makes you feel any better, I pulled the name Lilac Anime Reviews out of my ass when I first started the blog. I was trying to come up with some name, and then at the time I was like, I don't know. And then because I love lilacs, they're one of my favorite flowers, and I was just thinking about that one day, and I'm like, fuck it, Lilac Anime Reviews, and it kind of stuck. I really only used it as a temporary thing, but then it kind of just stuck, and I was like, I'll stick with it. Doing this for 6 years, good Lord, I am old. I feel old.
Once you've made that name for yourself, you just, it's very hard to let go.
Everyone refers to you by that name. You can't change it. You can't. You just can't.
Oh, that's right.
Paranoid agent.
Oh yes.
I love Paranoid.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, Paranoid Agent. It's another one. It is on my list. Another one to get around to watching. And by the way, hello Habit. I know you came earlier to the live stream. I'll say hello now if you're still around. Hello Habit.
Hi more people I don't know.
But you know them now because you'll go check out their channel. It's like more, it's like more
new friends. Always new friends. Always a good thing.
I mean, like I would say like the anime and the YouTube community is like I think everyone's like a lot closer. I would say, but all this copyright shit that I've seen in the last 2 days. Oh my god. I didn't really want to talk about this, but like I really can't, I can't really like hold it back.
Is there some sort of new copyright shenanigans that I don't know about yet?
I know. I think one where it really broke me was probably, do you know a YouTuber named Chibi Reviews? Everybody knows Chibi.
No.
Oh, slice me in half now. Slice me in half now.
They are not enough hours in the day. And I only get at least one day off in a week, okay? I have like 20 million things to do.
Okay. You're forgiven. You'll just get a cream pie in your face later.
Sounds about right.
That's a tagline everyone knows me for. If they don't like something, they get a cream pie.
Oh goodness gracious!
Well, because that was one of my favorite childhood things to eat. But he got like 3 copyright strikes for some seasonal anime that he's reviewing. I think it was Dagashi, Okashi, I think.
Dakashi Kashi, I think.
But
yeah, that's it. The one with all the snacks. That's an oddball.
I know, but the thing is, Chibi never puts up any anime content at all. It's just him in front of a camera talking. That's it. And he got 3 copyright strikes for that. That's where the bullshit comes in. And I'm watching him. He got the thing that breaks him, and he lives off YouTube. His monetization got taken away, and he can't make any money now. And his thumbnails and everything got taken away. So
I don't even know what to say about that, especially if you're just and there wasn't like any music copyright or anything involved, because that could be another way to.
No, like he mostly uses all his music from the YouTube music library. I know he does, and because I've heard quite a few of them. But yeah, he got 3 copyright strikes because of him talking in front of the camera, where he puts no images up, no anime. He doesn't put any anime content whatsoever. Doesn't put the anime episode up there. That's where it just. Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
That is complete bullshit.
I know. And everyone is in the comments saying, oh, this is bullshit. And I know Habit. I know how you feel about this Habit. And the scary thing is that the whole YouTube copyright thing, the whole YouTube support system is fucked, really. Because it's all robotic, computerized. I've watched so many videos recently of just people getting no response from YouTube whatsoever, like actual person giving a response. It's all, computerized, messages are sent to people, and it scare. And now it's just going to scare people because anybody could get a copyright strike for even reviews they've done using the anime episodes, that kind of content. And it's the struggle is real.
I'm internally fuming a little bit. I'm like, I hope none of my stuff has recently gotten.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say this to scare you. I think it's more.
I'm kind of mad because like if someone who doesn't use any sort of content that can actually go against like copyright reviews. what would happen to like someone like me or someone like with other YouTubers who actually produce some of that content, and at least also, but also still following the copyright guidelines that YouTube has. Like what's to say if like we suddenly don't get copyright strikes against us? It's like, what the hell?
I mean, like, I know I could, before I even started doing face-to-face videos, I did a lot of A&V work. I did doing a lot of A&Vs, and, you know, like, there's content up there, but I downloaded it from a legal site called VO, where it was actually, the anime was, I know, I actually got it from VO, where you can't actually download anything from VO these days. This is, like, way back, but I haven't really made a lot of...
I did too.
Yeah, and I watched a video last night from Black Credit Guy talking about that there's no real contender for YouTube, like another, you know, video, you know, kind of video media site, you know, like for ages there was Blitz TV. Was it Blitz TV? I think.
Oh, Blip. Yeah, that went under.
Yeah, Blip. But that went under. That was kind of the only contender for YouTube, and now there's no other video kind of uploading contender. There isn't.
Yeah, very difficult to find.
I think people now are just going to be more cautious, but I still don't think it should stop you from doing what you want to do, but be mindful of how stuffed the YouTube system is right now along those lines.
Yeah, the most, like, in terms of copyright things that I get, it's either some stupid freaking thing that doesn't even own the rights to any of the stuff to begin with, and I always dispute that. It's stupid. And then the other real main thing, which is why I asked the music question, is sometimes the music that I have in some of the videos will get, like there'll be a copyright claim on that, and you're like, damn it. Like, I know my Wolf Children review was one of the larger ones, because the clip I used, it was more than the 15-16 second allotment time, and the music from that clip in the beginning was what got like a copyright claim on it, and I'm like, ah, shit. But
oh, yeah. All right. Well, we're going to move on to a happier topic. I just asked everyone if they want to ask questions. But what is
copyright stuff? It's not going to stop me. Hell no.
No. No.
I will keep that all day long.
No. Okay. I have a random question for you. What was a favorite food you ate as a child?
As a child? Good Lord, you're making me think back so long.
Come on, I bet there's some yummy American candies that you must have ate.
Oh, I still love them even now, like Reese's peanut butter cups and then Skittles and.
You know, I hate peanut butter, but I will eat those Reese's peanut butter things. I will. It's so weird. I can't.
There have been times I'll just eat it out of the jar with a spoon. I don't care.
Like, you know, that's me eating. That's me eating strawberry jam out of a jar. That's me. Oh, terrible sweet tooth. Oh God.
Very understandable.
What was my favorite sweet as a child?
There's more questions all of a sudden.
Oh, yes. Come on. Roll them in, everybody. Oh, okay. All right. Bye. Bye, Gigi. I'm glad you could come. I'm glad we could make you laugh.
Entertain.
Oh, and bye. Bye, Chris. Goodbye, Chris. I mean, oh, wait. No, you're not going, Chris. Oh, my God. I'm losing the plot here. You're just saying bye to Gigi. Oh, God.
Thank you, Gigi.
I'm leaving.
Oh, yes. Mark King eating the peanut butter out of the jar. My man. Yes. Oh, God. Okay, so there's more questions. So, Kara, how do you watch anime? That depends.
Through my butt. Sorry.
Do I have a reason to be concerned?
No, this is pretty much high for me.
I would
No
say
more shopping tonight.
anime would either be streaming, because internet is like life, basically. Internet is life, unfortunately. And then I also do have like a bunch of
DVDs.
Yeah, I also have a bunch of DVDs that I watched. In terms of if you're about to bring in the sub versus dub debate, I prefer dubs. That way I can actually pay attention to what's going on and just not stuck reading.
But you do dub talk. You do dub talk, so of course you gotta like dub more.
But like I just prefer dubs more because I can actually focus on what's going on screen rather than just being reading and trying to go back and forth. But I also do like the Japanese. I'm okay with reading subtitles. I'm fine with it, either or.
Well, streaming for me is pretty much a no-go. I don't know how long it'll ever be a no-go in my life. I don't know. But I sneakily watch some things now and again. Mostly I buy all my anime. I'm someone that likes to support the industry, the anime industry, and go buy a physical copy. I always will. Like currently at the moment, I'm stalking like over 100 items on eBay. Oh, horrible habits! And
my wish list has like hundreds of stuff too, both anime and manga. It's like, there's too much.
I have to at least pick one that I want to buy actually tonight, because I really just want one, even though I've still got some anime sitting on my shelf from my November massive haul that I haven't watched yet. That's how terrible it can just be, really.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
I'm pretty sure like 3/4 of the stuff I own I haven't seen yet. So
I am. I'm not really fussed when it comes to dub or subtitles. I'm not really particularly fussed, but mostly if I'm lazy, I'll just watch a dub. But like recently, last week, I bought Golden Time, and that's just in subtitles only. I didn't really care. I watched it anyway, but I always need my glasses when I'm watching subs because my eyesight goes shit after a while of staring at a computer screen for like an hour. So
that's understandable. Understandable. Yeah, Sentai never dubbed Golden Time. It made me kind of sad.
I know. I actually did. I did enjoy Golden Time. I did enjoy Golden Time. It was interesting. You know, like there's a few animes out there where the main protagonist ends up having amnesia and can't remember who they are. I've watched some, and it's always just kind of bored me and where it's kind of led to. But Golden Time, I felt was a little different. I don't know why.
But I think because I watched it at the time when I was in college, and this is one of the few romance anime series where I've seen it's a college setting and not a high school. So it's also a bit more adult at the same time. So bringing that perspective in, it was also really different, and it helped a lot too. Rather than this typical high school romance that you see once a season, it's like, good lord. It's like, what do we have this? I would not be surprised if there is one this season that I'm not even watching. But then again, the trend now is like shitty visual novel adaptations. That's the trend right now. Like, there's always one or two each season now. It's like, ugh, it's nuts. But I'm seeing more questions. Habit has asked favorite anime genre. My favorite genre of media in general is always horror and mystery. I will fully admit that. Anime included.
I've known that since I started following you. You didn't even have to tell me.
I'm one of those weird ones where it's like horror mystery. It's like, I'll tell you I like horror films and mystery stuff, and sometimes people look at me like I have 5 heads. Like, what? Like, Monster is my all-time favorite anime. I love Paranoid Agent. Shiki. I love Shiki.
Oh, God.
What else do I have?
That's good.
Yeah. But that's definitely one of my favorite. That's my favorite genre. For sure.
Well, mine shouldn't be so not obvious. Like Habit, because Habit is a major romance fan, which I actually didn't know. I didn't. I always love my romance, but I second to that is actually mecha. I actually really love mecha anime.
Like mecha and sci-fi anime are like the two genres I'm not too versed in, but there are some pretty good ones.
I know some people just see these, you know, robots that are fighting on a screen and oh, that's it, really. But obviously, the biggest mecha franchise, obviously, is Gundam, and
there's like how many Gundam iterations are there? Holy God!
I don't get to see all of them. The next, well, the next mecha series I'm actually going to start watching actually tomorrow is Aquarion, because I've only seen like the sequel, the second sequel to it, and yeah. So I'm excited to watch that. It's kind of a favorite for some people. But yes, it's romance and mecha for me. I actually do love all the other genres, but those two in particular, I get a hype out of watching a lot. So
let's see. And another, because I backtracked the chat because I saw like 3 questions in a row. And I was like,
no, it's, I watched there was a live stream that happened between 2 other YouTubers that I watched, I think this week or was last week, I cannot remember for the life of me. And their chat was just going off the wall. It like they couldn't even keep up with who was asking what questions. Okay. So one question I know Blade Ninja asked was the worst anime of 2015.
That's the one I was looking at. Oh God, the worst anime of 2015. Oof. Because I'm the kind of person who tries to stay away from bad shows. But that doesn't necessarily mean I haven't stayed 100% away from bad shows. Oh God, I'm trying to rack my brain around what I've seen in 2015. Because I remember the good ones, but it's hard to remember the bad ones. I know Diamond Lover Season 2 came out. And it's not the best show in the world, but it's also one of my guilty pleasures, so I don't know if that will count. Let's see.
For me, I actually can't believe I'm saying this. I only got halfway through it, but it's actually Aquarion Logos. It was part of the 10th anniversary of the Aquarion series, so it was celebrating 10 years, and I was really excited about it. Obviously, being a mecha series and that, and I thought it was just so boring. It's so boring. It's so easy to get around the plot, and it just I didn't know where the story was going, and I just got so bored. Oh my God, I really did. So it was that for me, Aquarian Logos, which aired in the summer 2015 summer season of 2015, I think it was. Yeah, it was that.
Oh, I think I figured one out. It's not necessarily the worst of the year, but there's a few different things that kind of go along with it. I might have to say Gangsta, because there were
shoot me in the heart, shoot.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Like there were parts of like the execution and the story that were kind of like not exactly well done or thought out, and then.
It was half-baked, like, for me. It was kind of like half-baked.
It was kind of half-assed, and then, like, at the end of the series, it didn't help that you basically end in the middle of an arc, essentially. Like, right at an important part of the story. Like, you're in this... They're in this, like, turf war of sorts. That's basically what's going on by the time the series ends. It's like, there's no resolution.
Yeah, I know. And then when... and then when Manglo went under and there was going to be no second season, and it's one of those series that needs the second season, you know, like to find out more about Warwick and Nicholas's past, because I felt the series just scraped the surface. I did, but at the same time, I really love Warwick and Nicholas. I thought they were engaging characters, and
that's my favorite.
Who's your favorite?
Nick.
Oh,
Nick
yes.
is
Well,
He's such a goober. It's great. But like,
oh, he's one of my favorites too.
but I mean, it's humanly possible that Gangsta could still get a second season just under a different studio.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Like, seriously, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because you never know. Because whenever I look on Twitter and I look at Anime's News Network, there's always something that you never expect around the corner. Like your line April, like today it got announced that it was getting a live action movie in September. So I actually didn't think it was going to. I haven't seen the series yet, but I actually didn't think it was going to. So
this is the only way I can describe your line, April. The Fields train has no brakes. Have lots of
I know. I've been told I need a tissue box. So
you need like 5 tissue boxes. By the time I think I got not even like a quarter, maybe halfway through, like I was crying every single episode after that. I'm like, oh good Lord.
God. Don't tell me that, because my waterworks went on cloud after.
So unfortunately, it's one of the shows because it did get a dub. This recently got announced for it. Like the cast in it.
Oh, yes, it did.
Probably the one Aniplex show that I'm gonna suck it up and throw my money at. Unfortunately, the only downside is the Aniplex release. There's only Blu-ray. There's no DVD version. Megan was pissed when she saw that.
You should get Megan on. You should do more live streams, Lilac. You, me, Megan. I think it sounds like we get along.
Dude,
we get along.
Megan and I, if we get along, holy mother of God! Imagine like, ugh. Like first of all, you need to, if you have not watched it, watch the Diabolic Lovers episode where it was me, Megan, and Gigi. Good Lord, that was
actually the second one I did watch. So
we did a voice by like fuckability chart basically. We ranked the voice actors by fuckability. It was rather amusing. But kind of going back to Gangster, I mean, it is humanly possible that I could get another season under a different studio. Like, I mean, that's what happened with Spice and Wolf. It was the first season was under Imagine Studio, and then the second season was Brain Space. So it's possible, but nothing has come up yet, obviously. So.
Well, we can only hope, and I think we have another question. It's from Habit. It is, if you could recommend one series not a lot of people talk about or you think is underrated, what would it be? I might as well let Lilac answer every question, because I actually just like sitting here listening to her.
I can ramble on for days. If you don't stop me, then...
I'm serious. When it comes to anime knowledge, like you're someone I just want to go watch one of your videos and just you're one of those YouTubers I can sit there listening to, and it's just fascinating. Like,
the thing you learn, I mostly learn all this stuff while doing reviews and things like that. Like, that's basically all it is. Like, in 6 years, like you would think I know everything and anything. No, I'm.
Well, no one knows everything.
Doing the Dub Talk podcast, for instance, I've learning like more and more regarding like the dubbing process and voice actors and directors in particular. Like, you still learn things along the way, but some sort of underrated series. Ooh, that no one really talks about.
Why is everyone asking us such hard questions? It's like, I read this post. I read this blog post yesterday.
You want us to actually think or something.
I know. I read this blog post this morning, and the title was called "Questions You Should Never Ask Otakus." And this was one of them. Like, no, this was one of them. So, Habit, shame on you. No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Series that no one ever really talks about. I have to turn and look at my shelf because there's probably something.
Okay. My shelf is like directly in front of me, so I can just look. I can just look over here, and and I already know. As soon as I love questions like this, because this is like my area of, I guess, of anime expertise, I guess. If someone wants, I like supporting all the underrated series. I'm just one of those. Oh, Bryn. All right, bye, Bryn. Bye, Bryn fandoms. I'm sorry I couldn't do the live stream yesterday. Yesterday was hell for me, but see you later. I'm glad you could come. Sorry. I'm sticking away. Come on, Lilac.
Oh, so many things. Like, probably. You know what? I have a good one. Master Keaton. Master Keaton.
Yes. The only reason I've heard of this series is obviously because of you. But
the only reason I've heard of this series is because since day one, basically, when I joined the D2 forums, and this was the same year I started the blog, freaking Hardy had been hassling me for the longest time to review Master Keaton.
This Hardy guy, he sounds like he pushes you over a lot on a lot of anime you should watch. What? Hang on.
You can watch more Dub Talk episodes where Hardy isn't involved, because good. But yeah, Hardy kept hassling me about Master Keaton, because Master Keaton is another series that was originally from Naoki Urasawa, who did Monster, and it's a really good show. It came out late 90s. It came out fall of 98, so it was actually months after Bebop did. And while it has not exactly aged gracefully, it still has a pretty good story. It's more episodic in nature. Pretty good story. The characters are great, and Keaton himself is a goddamn anime MacGyver of all things. It's a really good show, and like I have 2 out of I don't know how many of the how many discs Genio had originally released, but I found 2. So Jamstar # blame Hardy. Yup. When in doubt, it's always Hardy's fault.
Mark King is going. Okay. Thank you for coming to our live stream. Thank you.
Bye. Like, have fun at work tomorrow. I feel sorry.
I don't have work either. I have like extra 2 days off. I'm pretty happy with that.
I'm just excited it's the weekend and I can sleep in tomorrow.
Underrated series I can suggest that no one talks about. Oh, I have a favorite. It's Jubei the Ninja Girl.
I feel like I might have heard of it before. The name sounds familiar, but I know it's one I've never seen, but I might have heard the name at least in passing.
It was made in the as far as I know, it was made in the 1990s, and there is a second season also. Jubei 2, The Attack of the Siberia Yagyu. I believe Jubei Ninja Girl was supposed to be a sequel to actually from, I don't remember the name of the guy, Ninja Scroll. I think his name is Jubei too, I think, but it's supposed to be a sequel to Ninja Scroll, but it's like a funny, it is everyone says it's kind of like Ninja, I guess, in a way. It's really just a comedy series, it is. And it's about a fight between 2 swordsman schools, and one of the schools is known as Jubei, and he ends up dying. He ends up sending one of his disciples called Konosuke to go find his successor, which is this girl where we come to 15-year-old Jiyu Nanahana, who ends up being the reincarnation of Jubei. And she wears this thing called the lovely eye patch, which is basically this a heart eye patch, and she wears it and she transforms, and there's no real seriousness. There's no you're trying to remember. Well, there's no real seriousness to the show. It's so funny. I absolutely love it. And when I got the whole series for $10, both of them. So I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I was trying to back that and I saw, well, was that the one where you nearly cried on the bus, or was it something else? No, that was not Your Lie in April. That was Anohana.
Anohana. Oh no, it's not tearjerker.
I was trying to watch it on my phone on the bus, and there was a few times where I was like, no crying. Like, because sometimes the only times I'll actually get to watch shows now is like on the bus to and from work, or sometimes during my lunch break. So, like, I try to get everything in as much as I can. But no, it wasn't April. I finished that one while I was at home after I got out of grad school. It was Anohana that was the one that was on the bus. Hey, whoops. Let's see. I see a question from Jamstar. You spoke of shitty visual novel adaptations being a trend. What is an overrated anime that's hard to understand? Sword Art Online.
What?
What is an overrated anime that's hard to understand? Sword Art Online. That's so overrated. Sword Art Online, and I would probably have to say Future Diary, because I know there's most of the people I talk to don't like Future Diary, but I know there's a handful of people who love it, and I'm like, no. And this is coming from the horror mystery fan who's seen Future Diary. No. Like, some of the elements were good. It was just the characters
I agree with, the whole, I do agree with, like, the whole Sword Art Online thing. I do. I really can't think right now. Oh, overrated one. There's too many overrated ones. Oh, God. I don't know. I can't really think. I don't know. My brain is kind of dead because I haven't eaten yet. I've not eaten today. Oh dear.
It's like, food would be helpful.
Yes, food would be helpful. Hard to answer. Oh God. I would have answered this. I would have answered Attack on Titan to this before I'd even seen it, but not really Attack on Titan.
Oh God, I think I made people sad now.
People sad, because you mentioned Sword Art Online. Anyone who disses Sword Art Online, they should just be hated.
No, I'm just looking at like Blade Ninja and Hat because they both like Future Diary, and I'm like, well, my main issue with Future Diary is the characters, particularly what's her name? Yuno Gasai, I think it is. Oh God, bitch is crazy, and oh God, like there are parts of that show that made me cringe and also want to bash my head against a wall. But I mean, it has really good concepts and ideas. I'll admit that much. But there are other parts of it, but more particularly the characters that I was kind of like, why? Like, I'll admit, I don't remember his fucking name, but I think he was 12 though. The guy with like this freaking mask, big like
Brago
thing on his head,
and he's like, scare me.
I think he was voiced by Ian Sinclair in the dub, and he was just so out there bombastic. I liked him. He was good.
Yes. By the way, there is a massive One Piece fan in the chat right now. His name is Brago. He absolutely loves One Piece. He loves One Piece.
Oh my God, I have a comrade.
If you have the one soulmate.
One Piece is the one long-running shonen I'm okay with watching, because my only issue is I've been stuck in Skypiea for a long-ass freaking time. I need to fix that. But, yeah, I love One Piece. Like, between the classic like big three that's referred to as, One Piece is the one that I enjoyed the most out of, because like it doesn't really care about being silly. I mean, serious. Excuse me. It likes to be fun and just goes for it, and that's what I love about it. It's one of the things I appreciate about it the most, compared to like Naruto and Bleach when they're trying to be like overly serious half the time.
Oh no, I mean, like, probably the next mainstream anime I will get into is One Piece. I actually do plan to watch it sometime next month. I do, because I'm just
Good
like, oh,
luck.
fine. I give in to everyone's nagging. I do. The only other mainstream anime I got really into was Fairy Tale, obviously, because it was.
I still have to get through more Fairy Tale. I think I've gotten about halfway through like the first series, and then I was watching some of the simulcast of the new one that came out a couple of years ago. But I was like, I should probably finish the first one first, so I know what's going on. So,
yeah, you will. You'll probably get confused. We start watching the Fairy Tale 2014 because that's when the I guess the new Fairy Tale started. I'm so behind on it. I like the Fairy Tale 2014. I'm only on like episode 44, and now it's at like it's just finished. I think this one major arc, and it's up to like I don't know 100 something. This is what happened last time when I started watching the first Fairy Tale. It took me forever online just to catch up with it completely. So
that's me. One Piece, but One Piece is like 5 times longer than Fairy Tale.
Oh, I think you have impressed Grego. He says, Lilac, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Like me with One Piece though, I'm like, I'm not even bothering following the simulcast. I'll just follow the dub, because at least with the dub, they're only like they're closing in on like dubbing 500 episodes. At least that's a little bit more manageable than 800-900 right now. I'm like, ah. And I own 6 collections, I think, of One Piece. And Funimation has put out, oh god, 12, 13 by now. I don't know if 14's on pre-order yet, but I know season like what 8 or 9 collect like set number 52 is on pre-order.
God, I know that I think One Piece is like so many. I guess I can't get over all the long running shonen series of how many individual collections come out, and
I can't keep going.
I know it's like
actual collections where Funimation will put like 24 to 26 episodes in, and not like the smaller ones that they like normally first release. There was like 12 to 13 episodes. Ugh. But One Piece is definitely one of the more fun long running shows. Like it's one where you could just like turn your brain off and just go for it. It doesn't give a crap.
I will agree with that, even though like I've not seen it. It does look like a lot of it definitely is one of those series I can tell that is a lot more fun than friggin' Bleach and Naruto. I mean, like I have nothing against Bleach and Naruto. It's just I have no desire to pick up the series. I have no desire to. So
it's like, how else do you think One Piece has lasted these 900 episodes? Because it's fun and out there, and it's crazy, and there's not really much, no other way to describe it. It's just a lot of fun. It doesn't take itself seriously, which is probably the best part of it. And yes, I do agree with Brago. The Funimation dub is good. Stay away from 4Kids. Oh 4Kids like murdered it. Because originally what had happened with it, because I saw One Piece when it was on 4Kids, when I was like 13, 14 years old. This was when I was introduced to One Piece. And there was a lot of like censorship in terms of like the violence, and quite a few changes. Like there was one character early on in the series, he has a darker skin tone. He's considered like a black character in the original Japanese, but in the 4Kids version they made him white. I'm not kidding. That happened.
Oh my god.
And there was just like other censorship issues, like Sanji, for instance, in the Japanese and also in the original Japanese and the Funimation version that they reverted back to, he smokes a cigarette. In the 4Kids version, he's sucking on a lollipop. Like they attempted to make One Piece into something that like a younger demographic could watch. It didn't work. No. I think that the 4Kids version only lasted 150 episodes, but not even that 150 episodes of the original because they cut things out and like piece things together into episodes. It was ridiculous. Like one of the bigger offenders of it was definitely the Arlong Park arc, where it was like a 20 like maybe 15-20 episode arc cut down to like 8 episodes in the 4Kids version. It was like they butchered that and like beat it to death.
God, they cut an arc down that much. Oh,
I don't know how. Don't know how.
It's a Funimation dub all the way, and I think Habit. I agree with you, Habit. Funimation dubs are fucking dope. They're the dope.
They are. They're amazing. The One Piece dub is great. I love it.
Someone has said, I don't know if this is going to be your to taste, but Brago has said, ever seen Vampire Night or Elven Night? Both.
I've seen both.
I've seen both too.
I watched Vampire Night when I was in high school, and it was one of the shows
I haven't watched it in years. I didn't really.
I was so obsessed over Vampire Night, and this was the phase still discovering what Emily was, and I loved it to pieces. And then I got into college, and I said, I'm going to review the first season of Vampire Night, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, the hell am I watching? At all either at that time was there was a dub that came out by that point, and Vic Mignogna voices Zero. I'm just like, it's like, where the hell did this come from?
I remember when.
No.
Oh, I remember when Vic Mignogna came to one convention here where I live a long time ago. I think it was 2007, something like that. And yeah, during his panel, because I went to his panel, all the panel ever talked about, it was solely, I kid not, just on Vampire Night. They didn't talk about any of the roles he played, not even Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm guessing that was probably around the time when Vampire Night's dub was released. So that would make sense.
But like other people, there was a crowd of obsessive Vampire Night girls, and the panel was massive. There was like over 1,000 people, and these girls were like persistent monsters. Like we had to just talk about Vampire Night. That was it.
Sounds about right. Like I've heard so many infamous stories about Vic Mignogna panel that's not even funny, and his con visits. I've heard infamous stories. I've never met the man in person though. Never met him in person. I don't know if I will ever get that opportunity, but then again, I mean, I will more than likely get to meet his fucking bro, Todd Habercorn. Next month, because he's
looking for someone that has hugged him.
There's this thing where because those two are like freaking like they're like their own bromance at this point.
And they are hilarious on Twitter. I just love following them both. There was this recent one when they were together. I think it was them too. And they went to a seafood restaurant, and there's just this pile of crab cakes, and Todd's like, full on eyes like this, and he's like, can I eat all the crab cakes? Is it It was so funny.
There was this little YouTube promo video thing that involves both Todd and Vic. They're facing off each other like it's about to be some big showdown. And what it is, it's promoting, I guess, this little swim race they're gonna have because of Eternal Summer. Because Todd is Haru and Vic is Reen. So I was like, what in the hell is this? And because Katie showed it to me, she was like, it's for the fangirls. I'm like, clearly it is. Clearly it's for the fangirls. It's like, good Lord.
I always seem to get lucky when meeting like all of these voice actors and stuff. When I met Todd, just hearing the sound of his voice, I felt like I was just gonna fall into a pile of mush. I did, which is what happened. And there was there was no one else behind me in the line. This is the third time that's ever happened to me. It was like, I think, the middle of the day. It was like noon, and he just got into his table, and there was just, I thought there'd be a crowd of people waiting there. There was fucking no one there. Like, I was like, I'm getting on this shit. And I got to stand there and talk to him for like 15 minutes. And I can't say it was the best 15 minutes of my life. I've got another best 15 minutes of my life. I do. And seriously, I hope you get to meet him, Lilac, because he's just, he's so humble. He was so awesome, but he wasn't my favorite.
He's like a dork, but also a sweetheart. He kind of does.
Oh, that wasn't the best experience of meeting a voice actor for me. For me, it was Chris Sabat, who does the voice of Piccolo and Vegeta from Dragon Ball.
Chris Sabat,
And that
sounds like a fun one.
When I met him, I got to the front of the queue, and he is going on about, oh man, I need a freaking sugar rush, and I just bought these sour rainbow lolly things. And I said, hey, would you like one? And I didn't know if that was okay or not, because he had like all these security guards around him. Like, I'm not sure if this is okay. And to him, and then he's like, oh, would you mind getting the main mic for me? And I thought, what's going on? And then full on in Vegeta's voice, he's like, this is over 9,000 sugarness! And I was just like, oh, he echoed.
That sounds like something you would do.
Hall, like, over the mic, everything, and I was just like red as a lobster. I was.
Oh, I've heard stories where Sabat is the biggest prankster in the world.
And he's like, thank you, my dear, in Vegeta's voice. It was so biggy. But, oh my God, I didn't know what to say. I was embarrassed at the same time, and I'm like, oh my God. So
I think one of my best moments and best memories when it comes to meeting voice actors, one would have to be Keith Silverstein, who voices Johan in Monster. That was my first time going to Anime Boston. And it was at his autograph signing, and the girl in front of me, she had the picture book that's from the show, like a legitimate copy of the picture book. She found it. He was so excited about it, and then she also asked if he would say something like as Johan, and then he did some said something for him, and she kind of recorded it as Johan, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is great. And then the other one was probably, I think it was the next year, Kari Walgren. And I went to her Q&A panel, and she was telling this story about while she was recording Hellsing Ultimate, because she voices Rip Van Winkle. And there's a part in the show where she has to sing this German, Nazi song. And she said that there were times where she would be singing it down the street in a nice yellow sundress or something. She's like, no, I should not be singing this way. She was telling me that story while she was there. It was great. And then there's also Patrick Seitz, who at the beginning of his Q&A panel just chugged a bottle of water for no reason. He was like, I'm thirsty. He opens it, he starts drinking a little bit, and then everyone in the panel was like, chug, chug, chug. He just goes for it. And then at the end, he finished chugging, and he's like, don't be surprised if there are some burps throughout this panel. I'm sorry. It happened a couple times.
Oh, great. Yeah, I really do love going to voice actor panels, and that's one of my favorite events to do at a convention. Oh, I have a question for you, Lilac. Have you ever cosplayed?
No, I never have. I always never have. I was hoping to do one this year for Hiromi from Beyond the Boundary, and Megan, because she's coming up to AB, she's going to be asking me out. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, I have bills to pay. I should save money for Anime Boston at this point. So cosplay's probably not going to happen again. But I always keep meaning to try it, and it's like I just never have the money to. It sucks. but that's okay.
There was a wake-up call for me. Like, I haven't cosplayed in about a year and a half now, and then I really blew big money. Actually never told anyone this. I'm about to admit it over a live stream. I got this I I got this certain cosplay. I'm not gonna name names. I did my research before even getting someone to even putting forward this idea to someone. And you see, little Ursa here, this version here. That's not even the right way. I was gonna get as Scarlett's original armor. I'm gonna get her make some armor for me, and she was in the United States, and the thing was over. This was for a major convention that happens every year for me in July, and the final product I got, I'm going to skip all the malarkey. The final product I got, it was like a 5-year-old made it.
Oh.
Like it was made out of the Ava foam. Like the details were put on with permanent marker. The paint was all, it just looked like it had been just thrown on, like dribbled. It just looked dribbled everywhere. And when I attached it to my body, like to even put it on, some of it just fell off instantly. And I wasted and invested $680 into this.
Please tell me you're like, no, send it back, give me my money.
Well, in the end, she offered me like, oh, I can make another one for you, and she would give me like a partial refund. Not partial, like freaking full refund. But mind you, I had no idea what I was kind of doing back then, and the only way I interacted with her was through Facebook Messenger, which is a big fat fucking no. To anyone who ever wants to do that kind of thing, you get a cosplayer to do that, don't do it through Facebook Messenger. Do it through just do it through anything but that. Do it through like Skype or something like that, where you can actually save the history, because Facebook Messenger, you are screwed, which is what I learned the hard way. Yeah, so in the end, I saw no money, and I didn't even have the gumption to name and shame her, because I'm just, as a person, I'm just not really like that. So that was, whenever someone came to me and recommended someone that can make cosplay, I said, don't go to her.
Yep. Never go to her. Never.
No. So that was not what stopped me cosplaying, or just had this long pause. It was also just because I wanted to save money. But yeah, that was the worst one. So people, just go through a legitimate source. Just if you, yeah.
I have a friend in that I roomed with in college at one point. She makes some really amazing cosplays. Like, she made, I don't know if you're familiar with Umineko no Naka Koroni, but she did an amazing Beatrice cosplay. And then
I'm actually familiar with the character. I know 2 other people who've done it.
She did an amazing one, like hoop skirt and all. Like, she sewed it all herself. And then last time I saw her, when I went to AB like 2 years ago, she did an Elsa cosplay from Frozen, and it was so good. Like, a lot of people, because there was a lot of Elsas running around Anime Boston, but I think she was one of the more
popular. I think there will just be invasion. I think Frozen is just going to invade every single freaking convention from now on in the future, I think. Obviously, I'm over.
At conventions, there's always some sort of trend going on. I remember one year, sort of, mine was a trend, SAO cosplayers, and then the next year it was Attack on Titan. And I'm like,
I know.
I would imagine this year it's going to be One Punch Man. One Punch Man and maybe Tokyo Gold, if I had to take a guess as to what would be.
I would love it if it was like Snow White with the red hair. That would be, I wouldn't care. I'd be in on that hype. Like,
if I find a prince then at Anime Boston, I'm gonna be so giddy. I'm like,
I desperately want to watch. I desperately want to cosplay Shiryuki. I just ungodly love her. She instantly made it into my top 10 females of all time, and she's going to stay there because, you know.
Shiryuki's such a great character. Such a great character.
I know. I was so wrapped up in a character. I didn't come across a strong female character like that in ages, and I think that's why this Snow White with the red hair is it was just one of those diamond in the rough kind of anime. It was a hidden gem that no one expected people to love so much. So
how I describe it, it's a spin on classic fairy tale. And I say spin on it because of strong characters like Shiryuki. She's not your typical fairy tale damsel in distress.
No.
She's a strong, independent female character. And then you have Zen, who doesn't
Zen, he can save me anytime.
He completely supports Shiryuki in what she does. He doesn't shut her down in any way. And their relationship is the healthiest thing.
The way he does that supports her, and just those scenes, it's just like, just your feels are like all over the place.
I love it.
Oh, by the way, before we get too much into fangirl, the end of this live stream, we just talking Snow White with the red hair. Oops. We got asked, let's see, from Tara, what is the weirdest anime you have ever watched? Alan, this one first. You look like you need to think. There's
a few different ones, I can tell you that.
I've got to think. Let's see. Okay. The weirdest one I watched 3 or 4 months ago is called Arjuna. Arjuna, the Earth Girl. It's a really old. It's a 2000. It is a 2000 anime. It's made in 2001. The animation wasn't the best. It goes from 2D animation to 3D animation, and it's all about the earth and how we eat our food and that kind of thing. And it's all about this girl ends up fighting these unknown spirits that the humans cannot see, and the whole thing was just so weird. I love the aspect of looking at from planet Earth of, you know, the simplest things of like insects deliberately eat the bad parts of plants to help them rejuvenate. I like that kind of aspect, but I think the animation going from 3D animation to 2D animation, it made it just really weird. So if you're looking for a weird anime to watch, that's one I would recommend, because I got lost in it so much. I had no idea what was kind of going on. So that would be my suggestion on Gina.
I love how there's prison school mentioned in the chat right now.
I
marathoned prison school like a few weeks ago, like a little bit after the start of the new year, because on New Year's Eve when I was watching anime with Hardy, Megan, and Noah, Hardy was like, watch Prison School. If you watch Prison School, I'll watch something that you tell me to watch. I'm like, okay. So I marathon Prison School in a day.
There goes Hardy again.
Is that weird? It is somehow entertaining. I'm like, I don't think I should understand her. It's weird humor, but it's like, oh my god, this is actually pretty good. But weird anime. Oh god.
Prison School was, I didn't realize Prison School I didn't even think it would get the hype it did, but I was really surprised, and it made me want to watch it eventually. But I don't want to see those big boobs in my face. No.
Originally, I was staying clear away from it because I had heard different things. And then, I on a Google image search, I saw panels of the manga, and some of it was like, this does not seem like my cup of tea. And then I watched the first episode of the broadcast dub just to say that I gave it a shot, and I was like, no. And then Hardy was like, watch it. watch it. And I marathoned the whole thing, and I'm like, this is actually pretty good. It takes a minute to get into it. It does take a minute to get into it, but it's actually a really good show. I was like, dude, I was fully surprised. Weird anime. Fooly Cooly is definitely one that's kind of out there. Fooly Cooly is definitely one.
Oh yes, Fooly Cooly, definitely that all-time classic. Yet to watch. Oh, apparently you've stolen Brago's heart. Apparently.
What? Oh no. Oh no.
I think Lilac, you would be a really good addition in Brago's live streams that he does, especially when he talks about One Piece a lot. You guys should have a chat after this live stream and
oh Lord. Definitely. I need to get past Skypiea in One Piece, man. I need to finally get past that part. Holy shit. Other weird anime. For some reason, Food Wars is coming to mind, but mostly because of the like.
I know all the
some of those. I don't even know if you want to call it Food Wars, but like some of those moments, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
All the food orgasms.
Yeah,
but the first episode, had me in just what is this? And but after a while, I just was like anyone else. I just fell in love with this show. It was really good.
Food Wars was another one where like I had a couple people like, you need to watch this show. You need to watch the show. And then I finally made a deal with someone like, okay, I'll watch Food Wars, but you gotta watch this. So I made that deal and I watched it. I'm like, dude, I want a second season. And there's gonna be a second season too.
I'm like, yes! I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to watch it week by week. Undoubtedly, that's just that's slated into my schedule completely. Oh god. And I did love exactly Blade Ninja, food, porn, and boobs. And
there's also one I haven't seen it in a while. But I know the last I knew it is available in Australia, not available in North America. Kaiba.
Oh yes, it is available here. It's in the my anime store.
Yep, it's one of those weird ones that someone I went to college with. He was kind of out there, first of all. But he was like, you should watch this show Kaiba. I think it's a really good show. Maybe you could review it. And I watched it and I did a review for it. And I'm like, it's really odd, but it's actually really good too. I liked it, honestly. I was like, oh, this is an odd one. There were parts where I was like, what the hell happened here? But I still liked it. It was pretty good. I haven't seen it in a while. I wish it was licensed here in America, though. That would be awesome. I would totally own that.
Oh, we're getting discussion. We're getting a discussion in the chat saying who's their favorite anime girl. Who is your favorite female anime character?
Shirayuki. Like so much talking about Shirayuki.
Well,
I know one of the all-time favorite female characters would be Nami from One Piece, but that's just because I love One Piece in general. One Piece would be my pick.
Again, Brago, another reason to love you even more.
Oh no, he said Mikasa over there, so I'm saying Mikasa. I don't know anymore. Mikasa's a good character. She is.
Well, I know mine. I don't really need to say mine, do I?
I wonder what it is. I wonder.
Of course, seriously, man, I'll never forget the first moment.
I don't know about what. No, but oh my god, Habits like is also totally Shirayuki all the way. Yep. And then I see Ricardo says Faye Valentine. Faye Valentine is a good character too. Very good character. He really is.
Ooh, Nami is in Brago's top 5.
Oh. Still gotta get past Skypiea.
Blade Ninjas is Yuko from the anime Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. I love that show. I love that anime.
That one's been on my list for ages. I still need to see it. I almost bought it from the Bright Stuff holiday sale this year. Almost there. Ooh, Saber's another good one. Saber is another good one from your face.
Saber's like
that's another good one.
ultimate classic Saber. Oh.
That's another good one. Another good female character. Oh god. Winry Rockbell from FMA is a good one.
Oh yes, I'm beginning to become a fan of Winry. I'm joining the Winry fandom.
Winry is fantastic. What else? What else?
Okay. What about male character? What's some of your favorite male characters?
I could tell you one right off the bat since I've loved him since I was in high school, and that would be Sanji from One Piece. But
yeah,
my biggest like anime crush. Like it's not even funny, and this is since high school during the 4Kids dub, mind you. When the voice actor who voiced him like gave him some weird, really weird Brooklyn accent. This was a thing that 4Kids did, and thank you, Lord Jeebus, that Eric Vale exists and Funimation exists. Because oh my god, this oh, so much better. Other male characters though. Another good one I would have to say is Okabe from Steins Gate. That's another fun one. Okabe from Steins Gate. I have to keep looking at my shelf because I need to think about it. What's another good one?
Let's see.
Keaton, Taichi Keaton from Master Keaton's a good one.
Yes.
And while we're around, Kenzo Tenma in there too. Mustang, I see Mustang from FMA in the chat. Yep, that's a good one.
Oh, Mustang, yes. I'm beginning to see why so many people are a fan of Mustang. He just, and Hughes. Oh my god, Hughes is hilarious.
Hughes is good too. There was a con story that Megan had told me one time during a Dub Talk episode. I think it was like during the Bubble K Battlefront episode where apparently she was at a convention years ago, and this is when Aaron Dismuke was still pretty little, and Monica Rial was like trying to cover like Aaron's ears to make sure he doesn't hear and possibly repeat what Travis Willingham, who voices Mustang, did, which was got extremely intoxicated and then took like laundry soap or some kind of soap and put it in the hotel fountain. Apparently he was kind of like, I'm so sorry, I lost him. It's like, I'm pretty sure Megan's gone to like more conventions than I could ever imagine. So she probably has quite a few good con stories. There was one, she went to Omni Expo last year, and a good amount of the voice actors who were in Attack on Titan were there, including Josh Greeley and Bryce Papenbrook. And so at the panel, I guess, when Bryce was being introduced, Josh was already on stage, and in the most like feminine voice he could come up with, as Bryce is being introduced, he's like, "My ovaries."
Ovaries.
I'm like, oh my god, it's just great.
I've experienced loads. I've only got like a few con stories. One was a really sweet one. I think it was 2014. I went one of the days I went and cosplayed as Cardcaptor Sakura, and I did her traditional red dress, but apparently it's supposed to be pink, and I'm like, well, I didn't know that. So
like, well, my version is red. Shut your face.
And I came across, yeah, I know, and this shower on cosplay came up to me, and I said hi, and I thought he couldn't understand me because he kept shaking his head, and then he had a notepad, and I realized, oh, you're deaf. I'm like, oops. Oh. And he asked for a photo and stuff, and then later on that day, I was sitting down with my friends having a drink, and he comes over again, and he wrote on a piece of paper, and he walks away. He says, it says you are my most favorite Cardcaptor Sakura cosplay I've seen all day and all weekend. I was like, oh, it's like that is so sweet, and I still have a photo that we took together.
Aw, so cute.
I know, that was so nice. And
this is why I want to try cosplaying. I just don't have the money to. Like, one of the cosplays that I've always wanted to
you just put, even just putting a pair of Pikachu ears on your head is classed as cosplay. But
like that's kind of why I was hoping I could probably pull off Hiromi from Beyond the Boundary, because what I was planning on doing was doing a gender bent version, so a female. And like half of the stuff I already would have. So I have like a gray skirt. I have nylons. It would just be probably like a wig, the scarf that I wanted to find, and maybe like a black sweater vest, and maybe getting a new like white button-up shirt. And then the wig and the shoes and the scarf, I think, were going to be the big ones that were going to be the most difficult. But I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I don't even have the money for that. It's sad. It's depressing. Being an adult,
think of it, it's a future goal you can work towards too.
Yeah, then again, like my other future goal that has been my future goal in terms of cosplaying for years has been Nami, specifically the Arlong Park one, because I always see either at Anime Boston, I always either see the original Nami from the beginning of the series or the new one after the time skip. Like I never see one from the Arlong Park arc, and that one, one in particular is one of my favorite ones. So I was like, I want to cosplay as that one. You never see that one. And yeah, money. I hate being an adult some days. It's being an adult sucks. Like
I forget how many cosplays I've actually done. Obviously my first cosplay was Sailor Jupiter. That was ungodly terrible. As every cosplayer says, oh seriously, my mum made me wear these black leggings under my skirt, and I just look at the photo now and I'm like, oh, why didn't I have an idea back then? But then I've always when I got way too invested in the side of the cosplay community and the whole bullying side of the community. Oh god, I never want to go back there again. No, you stay out of that. Seriously, I would just stay out of that shit and just do your own thing. I don't like getting involved in cosplay fandoms anymore. They just get the cosplay community can be way worse than just the regular anime community. I'll just stick with the regular anime community because
there's certain communities within like anime in general that can be like no.
Yeah,
it's like, why do you think I stay away from specifically the communities revolving around the big three and out of those goddamn debates?
Hang on, which is the big three? Which is the big three for you?
Well, the big three, what is referred to as the big shonen three, so that's Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
Because the fandoms for those three are like, they're so devoted.
I know,
they will tell you why if you're a One Piece fan, they will tell you why Bleach and Naruto sucks hardcore.
Or a Bleach fan will tell you why Naruto and One Piece suck. But
exactly, and they're like so invested in the series that they like, and they think the other ones are shit. It's like those kinds of things. I want no part of it. I'm like, I'm good. I love One Piece, my favorite of the three, but I'm not gonna like shit on your preference because I do exactly the other two. It's just One Piece is the one for me. One Piece is the one I most.
You don't lay shit. You don't lay shit for anyone's preference. You'll just fuel the fire. You'll fuel the fire.
Yeah, it's like I'm staying out of that. That's like a shitstorm. One shitstorm I want no part of. Leave me out of it. I will watch my One Piece all the day. That's it.
I have a question for you. What is your favorite anime film?
Anime film? I would have to say, it's a three-way tie with two of them being Satoshi Kon films. The two Coen films being Tokyo Godfathers and Millennium Actress. And then the other one I would have to say is Wolf Children. Wolf Children is so good.
Oh, no starting Wolf Children. Oh, it's a beautiful movie. Absolutely beautiful.
And then because with Satoshi Kon films, it's ironic because he's known for 4 films and then Paranoid Agent. He's known for Perfect Blue, Millennium Actress, Tokyo Godfathers, and Paprika. And it's funny because a lot of people love Perfect Blue and Paprika, but I'm just like, they're not bad. But I'm more Tokyo Godfathers, which are more of his original works, rather than Paprika and Perfect Blue, which were originally novels that were adapted. No, not Steam Boy, Walt. Not Steam Boy.
Oh, dude, you don't like Steam Boy. I haven't seen Steam Boy.
Was okay. Steam Boy was okay, just not phenomenal. We did a Heavy Storm podcast for Rainy Day over Steam Boy, so he knows what he knows. He was there.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the director of all the films he's ever done. Oh, what's his name? Well, it's been mentioned 5 meters per. Is it 5 meters per second? Is it? Yeah, something like that. I think his name is Makoto. I think.
Makoto Shinkai?
Yeah, he's my favorite. He's one of my favorite directors. One of who I actually know about.
He's gotten awards too, I think. I haven't seen any of his films, but I think I recognize.
You know, okay, if you've never seen his films, I reckon you should start off with children's Those Who Chase Children's Children's Lost Voices.
I know exactly which one you're referring to.
That's my favorite of his so far, but he's bringing out a new film this year. He's making a new film for this year that's going to come out. I'm not even sure when it's going to come out, but yeah, I'm pretty much excited as balls really for that. Definitely. Okay, here's a cruncher for you. What is somebody brought it up? Studio Ghibli. What is your favorite Studio Ghibli movie? Oh, bye, Blade Ninja. Thanks for tuning into our live stream. Bye to everybody.
Bye. Ghibli films.
A big crunch.
I do like Spirited Away and House of the Castle, but probably one of my favorites would be Princess Mononoke. Princess Mononoke is definitely a good one.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Well, it is in the Studio Ghibli. It is within the Studio Ghibli category, but it's not by Hayao Miyazaki. As much as I love Spirited Away, Castle. My favorite. My favorite is probably The Cat Returns.
Oh, that is a good one too. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, not because it's got cats in it and they talk, but I've watched that so many times. I've watched that movie over 20 times. I have. I'm not sick of it. I don't know. It's just a really fun movie, and I actually I love the Earth, Tales of the Earth and Sea, which was by
that's Miyazaki's son, Goro Miyazaki, if I'm right. I remember watching that one. That was the first Heavy Storms podcast episode we did for Rainy Day. I got to see. Oh my God. That one was like, there seems to be so much more. You could have done so much more with it. There just seems like more story. It's not the worst thing, but it's just like underwhelming.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, like, it's one of the sort of, I guess, the darker sort of Ghibli on the side of that. That's why it's not. I've talked about it with other people, and they've never even heard of it. So
yeah. But Walt just reminded me that Memories is a film that exists, and I need to watch it because I don't remember it. One of which has a story because Memories is a film, but it has 3 short films in it. and one of them was written by Satoshi Kon, and Kon is one of my favorite anime directors. So it's like, damn it, I still need to see that.
Ooh, what's your favorite animation studio?
Ooh. I'm very prone to Madhouse. Madhouse is definitely one of my favorites. But I also do love Studio Bones as well. Studio Bones, Man Globe was good for a while.
For a while.
A lot of my favorite shows come from Madhouse, really. So I would definitely say Madhouse.
Mine, let's see. I got a couple, but I think one's loved a lot, and then the other's loved a lot. The unloved one is actually Bandai Visual. I actually really love some of their work. Of course, I love Madhouse and all that, but number one for me is Kyoto Animation.
Ooh, KyoAni is pretty good too.
I've nearly seen every single one they've ever done, and next month they're here in Australia. They're releasing Tamako Market, which I'm really excited about. How funny I get my hands.
One. I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes when it was airing, and I never really got into it. Then I dub for it, and I was like, my God, why did I not watch this show before?
I know. I hardly can get into kind of slice of life ones, but my pen pal kind of coerced me into watching it because there's also like this additional movie with it as well, and it comes in DVD pack, and I'm like, well, it's called Tamako's Love Story. It's completely separate from the actual anime. So, and I also have to get this series because I promised my readers on my blog sometime in the middle of last year that I set up this poll for an anime I would review, and I never reviewed it because I never got around to watching it. So
we do for our readers and viewers. I'm
finally gonna do that Tamako Market review.
Yeah. Eventually I'll get back to reviewing things. I mean,
yeah.
The poll going on right now, it's like basically the top 5 have been solidified, and they just keep getting votes and just interchanging within each other. That's it. It's like
apparently Habits like stop talking about all these series I love later. I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Make me want to watch them all over again. Well, watching them again isn't happy.
That feeling. You just have that feeling of wanting to rewatch shit. Like, I'm rewatching Rurouni Kenshin at the moment, and I'm like, why don't I own the second collection? I've got the other 2. Why don't I own the second one? And I was like, oh, I should go buy it tomorrow. I'm like, I think I should do that.
Over the summer when I was at home and before I started my full-time job, because I would be at home all day because I have nothing better to do. I have nowhere to go. And in the mornings, like, I would start rewatching shows. And I managed to rewatch Baccano and Princess Jellyfish and Ouran and Fruits Basket. Like, a lot of shows I had been meaning to rewatch, I managed to rewatch a good amount of them. And then there were also some that I hadn't seen yet that I watched too. Like, that's how I watched Steins Gate. And I rewatched Red Data Girl in the dub because I hadn't heard the dub yet before. But yeah, like, ugh. The good old days when I actually had free time to watch anime.
I know, I think everyone squeezes it. I think everyone squeezes it in somewhere. I have another question. What is? Do you actually have a question?
What? Nope. I can't think of anything. I'm just like, I'm terrible with questions.
What is, okay, it's a pretty, don't worry, it's a simple question. It's not hard. What is the next anime you want to buy? Or you're going to buy? Or manga. Or it can be manga.
Well, technically, I did already pre-order Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, and that comes out next month here in the States. It comes out in March. I pre-ordered it back in December. When I was doing one of my orders from the Right Stuff sale, I pre-ordered it. I was like, I'm gonna do it, might as well. But yeah, that one I already ordered, and that's coming in. Anything else I'm interested in? I have been eyeing Higurashi because Sentai is finally re-releasing it, and that also comes out in March.
Ah.
Season 1 is at least, and then I think they're doing season 2 either in May or June. But I was eyeing that one too, but at the same time, I'm like, I should save money because I already bought. I bought Megan for Eternal Summer, and that should be shipping to her within a couple weeks. And then I pre-ordered Nozaki-kun for myself. That's coming out in March. I'm like, I need to save my money. Probably shouldn't.
That little bit then. I need to save my money.
Anime Boston coming up in a couple months. It's like, yeah, I need to start saving money at this point because I'm probably gonna be scouring the convention, like finding like fun, like awesome deals and stuff. It's gonna be great. Like I'm already working on trying to come up with some sort of list of things I want to try and see if I can find good prices on in the dealer room. It's
I hardly ever used to buy anime at conventions because like the standard price here for a DVD collection is like $56, and then like where at the convention it would be like 67. I'm like, screw that. Like screw that.
I'll try to see if I can find at least a pretty good deal. The one that I think I just probably missed out on saving some money was Spice and Wolf. I bought Spice and Wolf at Anime Boston a few years ago. I think I had bought it for about $40, and it's a Blu-ray combo pack. And then when I got home, I saw that it could have been on sale for like over $30. I'm like, damn it, I could have saved a little bit. But then probably the best buy that I found anime-wise, I haven't watched it yet, and it's sitting on my shelf. It's a series called Gilgamesh, and it was at Sentai Filmworks' booth 2 years ago, and it was the last copy that was there, and it was only $10 for the whole series. I think it's a 24-26 one too. It was the last copy they had at their booth, and I'm like, you know what? $10 sounds good. It's a bit of a blind buy, but we'll see what happens. So I haven't yet, but
what genre was it?
I
forget. What genre was Gilgamesh? I forget.
I don't even know. I haven't touched it since I bought it, except in terms of moving to it.
Mecha or sci-fi? It was one of those from memory. I think it was mystery. It was one of those three.
By the sounds of it, it seems like it's kind of a mystery series to me.
Yeah.
That's why some of the things I've seen and read up on it, it sounds more like a mystery series to me.
I've seen it like all over eBay. Well, when I buy anime, it's obviously it's always mostly off eBay, whatever's really cheapest. But I think the only couple I'm actually really going to get is just Tamako Market and probably Terror in Resonance at the moment.
Yep.
So
after my Spice and Wolf debacle, I'm just like, every time I stumble upon something I really want at like at Anime Boston or at another convention, I always like check online to see if there's a better deal just in case. If I don't find a better deal, it's like, okay, I think I can spare it. I think I can do it.
It's like compulsory. Like I wish eBay didn't exist, like because then I wouldn't be watching like over 100 items. Oh dear. Yeah, that was
things that exist. Oh god.
I know.
I love it. You write stuff. Love and hate you.
I know. Oh, well, I'm jealous. Like we don't really have anything like that. Like we don't have kind of website here in Australia like write stuff. We've only really got Mad Men, and I have to admit they had their sales so early. They had it early November, and they were trying to get rid of a whole bunch of their old series, and most of them were $5 or $10, which is why I ended up getting 15 collections, and it only ended up costing me $100, where it would have cost me $657, the retail price. Which I'm like, that
sounds amazing.
That I know, it was freaking. It was crazy. It was. I finally got to own some series that I've always had on my list for ages. So I've only watched like 2 out of the 15 I got so far, and I went and bought Golden Time last week. But that was that was a huge temptation because I was like, oh, it finally got released and the DVD store was having like 50% off, and I'm like, well, I can't exactly ignore that, can I?
It's like, I can't ignore that sale. Hobbies are dangerous things to have.
Oh, do you have any other hobbies?
Any other hobbies?
Oh, blogging counts.
Huh?
Blogging counts.
I don't know if it can. Well, I'm a bit of a theater nerd. I went to school for theater, so I'm a bit of a theater nerd, and I have a bunch of books from theater, like different books and a bunch of scripts, and I love theater so much. I haven't done this in a while though. I do also some crocheting, like not knitting, crocheting, but yeah, it's been a while though. I haven't done that.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's like I've made scarves, I've made hats before too, actually, but like once again, work makes it difficult to have hobbies. So hard. It's like, damn it.
Jump sounds
is the one hobby that I have actual time for now. All my other hobbies is like I have no time. It's like
your job so hard it does.
Once again, being an adult sucks.
It's being I can't say I can't really say anything about my job because my job is it's probably one of the best jobs I've ever done. So
yay!
I work with animals. I work with dogs. I do. I'm a dog carer.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Yeah.
I just deal with customers. I deal with customers all day long. Sometimes it's bad. Today was one of the good days. Like there was someone who was calling, asking a couple questions, and then like, cause I'm originally from Maine, but I live in Massachusetts right now, and he noticed like I don't sound like someone who lives in like that area where I work. He's like, "Where are you from originally?" I'm like, "From Maine." He's like, "That explains a lot." And cause when I answer the phone, I say my name too. He's like, "Do you also happen to have a sister named Jennifer?" I'm like, "No, I have a sister, but not Jennifer." He's like, "For some reason, all the Stephanies that I know, they have a sister named Jennifer." And then he was also like, "What's your sister's name?" He's like, and I'm like, "Samantha, that's her name." And he's like, "Whoa, does she like wrinkle her nose and make magic happen like the Samantha from this TV show Bewitched?"
Like, what does this do? Like, it's something. Oh my god!
I was sitting on the phone with this guy for like at least 5-6 minutes. I finally got off the phone and put a smile on my face because I've dealt with some really shitty customers before, obviously. But this was one of those days where it's like, oh my god, this just made me laugh so much. And I was telling my two coworkers about it, and my manager was like, "I would have gotten off the phone with him like 5 seconds if you started asking those questions." He's like, "Dude, this conversation is over." I'm like, I got a kick out of it. But I mean, I'm the only girl in the office, and I work with 2 guys, so it's like not a lot of women are in the career that I have, in the line of work that I have. I was like, I probably at least know.
I can say a
women in the area, at least in my area, that work for the company. And then the rest.
I work with only one guy. That's it. I only work with one guy. The rest are all female. So, but there's hardly. But it's a kind of a nice tight fit. I guess the whole team is. I guess we'll call my team. But yeah, it's pretty civil. Can't really complain.
Yeah, that works. It's like yeah. I get along with my 2 co-workers in my office too. It's been a lot easier because we've had it's been a fiasco recently because we were without a manager for like 2.5 months or so. And me and one of my other coworker, who we both basically have been working there for a while, we're like, Jesus Christ. It was a bit of a shit show at points. But we finally have a new manager. We're like, yay! Thank you, Jeebus, because things are a little bit better now. It's like, good lord.
Things are a bit easier now.
Yeah, like half the stuff that we couldn't even do because we're not like authorized to do it, and we don't have like authority to as the manager. It's like, damn it. And now it's like we don't have to worry about it. It's like, thank you. Like, my god. But, oh, and like the office, you cannot run it with just 2 people. You can, but it's a pain in the ass.
You can run it with 2 people, so.
I mean, we have a small office, but like we do deliveries and all this other shit that sometimes will like cause us, we have to like lock up the office for a long period of time, and it's like, oh my god. But with the 3rd person there now, it's like, yes. Life is easier. Now, if only it wasn't so dead during the work days right now, it's like, oh my god.
I can imagine, like, so, on Twitter, you're always saying how tired you are and everything, and I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, Lilac. Juggle all the dub talk, all the blog stuff you do. It's, you deserve a clap because,
I don't know either. There are days where I question this myself.
You shouldn't question because you love doing it. So
it's like I don't have enough hours. There's not enough hours in the day to do everything, and sometimes I have to like sacrifice things and put things on hold in order to get other things done. But
I think I've sacrificed a lot of my social life for what I do now. I have 0.
I have no such social life. I don't really have a lot of friends that live in this area since I basically picked up and moved here. So it's like, and since I work so much, I don't even have time to go out and really do anything and meet new people. So it's like, I'm always so tired that by the time the weekend comes, I want to be a lazy bastard and just relax in my apartment.
Which is exactly what you're going to do this weekend, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. It's sitting here. Yep.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to go into town because I got to pick up my new glasses. I finally have new glasses. I'm like, so excited because I haven't had new glasses in a couple of years. Like, I need new glasses.
My dad kept raving about his new glasses he got yesterday because they're a special brand. And they actually are sunglasses and regular glasses in one. As soon as he gets up,
like a transition one?
So
like
much darker. Yeah. They're like a... I won't tell you the brand. I probably would never even heard of it because I don't know what glasses brands are in America. So
I don't even like get glasses all that much. I get them like every couple of years or so. I wouldn't even pay attention to glasses brands to begin with.
Well, I know you need them, but they make you look smarter. I'm only wearing them because I've been staring at a computer screen most of the morning, and no one even knew I wear glasses. So they say I look like a librarian or a receptionist. Sorry.
Like, I've had glasses since I was in 5th grade, and like I basically wear them all the time because I'm nearsighted, so I can't exactly see far away.
I'm about the same height. I'm very nearsighted it's mainly my right eye. It's just things turn to blur, and it all becomes a big blur.
I can't see things. Shit, guys, I can't. What do you do? It's like, what is this information?
Yeah, I think the whole, being called 4 eyes thing is so overrated. It's like, pretty much these days.
It's like, what?
Like, back when you were younger, it's like,
now it's just like, bitch, I look good in glasses.
It's not even insulting. Come back up with something better.
I'm like, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Oh, holy shit. We've been here for 3 hours.
You know why I'm yawning so much. It's 11:30 for me. Holy shit.
I bet you're as tired as hell.
It's been a long yet boring day. It was so
Oh,
not funny.
apparently, everyone, my live stream has been boring.
No one's saying anything. It's been a while.
I think we bored them to death.
Weird stuff. There's still 6 people here, but that's probably including me too, so I can keep an eye on the chat.
They're coming alive. They're coming alive.
We've bored everyone. Well, shit. There goes that live stream.
Well, like, you know, you never know how a, you know, live stream will pan out. So
fair enough.
oh. All right, everyone. Well, I think I'm gonna end it for now because Lilac looks very tired and
it's 11:30. It's like I'm slowly wearing down. It's like, oh my god.
Yes, it's been 3 hours.
5:30. That's when I always go. It's 5:30. It's like I need.
You must have a lovely sleep in tomorrow. I'll finally get a sleep in.
God, it'll be fantastic.
I bet you will. Now, guys,
hold on. Ricardo, where do you live? It's 8:30 in Los Angeles. I live in Massachusetts, so I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so it's 11:30 for me here. I'm an Eastern Standard Time person. Okay, bye, Ricardo. It was like 2 seconds there. Bye.
thank you, everyone, for tuning in to my live stream, and thank you for a wonderful guest. It's been a very enjoyable 3 hours. Guys, make sure to go subscribe. Go check out Lilac. Definitely go check out her dub talks. They are the dope.
There's probably gonna be a new one soon as I finish it because I'm in the middle of editing it. It's almost done.
No, I can actually let this poor soul go now. I can actually.
Oh, it's been fun. Like, this has been probably like a good way to end my week at this point because it's been so boring and quiet. It's ridiculous.
And then it'll just leave you craving because you'll want to do more live streams, which is probably what's going to happen to you on.
Yes. Now I'm gonna have to figure out Google Hangouts because I know Megan Hardy and I have tossed around the idea of doing a live stream for Dub Talk before. I know we've tossed around that idea. It's like I've never actually figured it out though, but I have to figure it.
It's really easy. It's really easy. You know, go create a studio, go into events, create an event, but it's got 2 options saying quick Google Hangout or custom mode. I just click Google Hangout, and then it will say, when you've created the event, it'll say start Google Hangout on air. It will take you to this separate screen, and then all you have to do is copy and paste this link, send it to people, and then straight into the Google Hangout. It's really easy. It is.
Good to know. I'll try to remember that.
It was easy with you when I was setting it up, and I was like, oh, thank God for that. To not sitting here for an hour. Set up the thing.
You were waiting for the worst case scenario, weren't you?
Worst case scenario. Oh, all right, everyone. Thanks for tuning into live stream. I'm sure there will be future ones. There will, but at some point I'm gonna have to make a video about my YouTube and about my channel because I'm having to weigh up a very hard decision right now for me. I'm having to. So, on that note, thank you, Lilac.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Oh, definitely. Welcome on my channel anytime, and hopefully the next stream you've actually watched Sailor Moon.
Well, I already know that Jamster's like, do it. I'm like, let me have time to get through things. I'm still stuck on Skypiea and One Piece. Let me get through that. I've been stuck on that for years.
Hopefully I've watched One Piece by then as well. Hopefully. Shout out to you, Brago.
One Piece that I have in like the several years I've been watching it, that is going to be very depressing on my part.
You'll be
so depressing.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. All right. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.